Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
And hello, everybody. Oh, whoa, camera's way too high. What's going on there? Anyway, welcome back to the NFL on Stay Tuned Sports. We've been with you through this entire week one opening weekend of the NFL. We started off on Thursday with the Chiefs and Ravens, with me and Jimbo bringing that to you. And the same thing on Friday with the Eagles and the Packers down in Brazil, apparently on maybe the worst field ever possible. Then, of course, yesterday, we had the Giants game, so let's not even mention that. My goodness gracious gravy. Not the best. And then we had last night's Sunday night game with the Rams and the Lions, which lived up to all the billing. It lived up to everything that you wanted. And now here we are, Monday Night Football. The New York Jetropolitans going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Many still believe they are the class in the NFC. Detroit seems to be moving up. If yesterday's, going to be based on anything, maybe Tampa you throw up there because Baker, you got people already saying after week one, is Baker an MVP candidate? And listen, I like Baker, but again, week one, overreactions out of the ass everywhere here. So let's calm down. Everybody just needs to calm down. Just a little, everybody, hey, calm down. And week one's not even fully over yet. So, calm down. I mean, if you want to say that the Giants season is over and that we might possibly have the worst record in the NFL, I don't think that's too much of an overreaction. Based on what we saw yesterday, making Sam Darnold look like Joe Montana, yeah, no, definitely. That's a take that I don't think is exactly a hot take. But as for like anything else, if Vikings are going to win the division, you played the Giants. Relax. Are the Saints a contender? Again, they beat up on the Panthers. Relax. I think we got a long way to go before we start making those things. But Baker did look good. A lot of, it was a fun week of football. We've missed it. So even with my Giants sucking, it was a fun week of football. And I still don't care what anybody says. I love those Giants throwback uniforms. So kiss my ass. I like it. Anyway, tonight, Monday Night Football, like I said, we got the Jets and 49ers coming up here real shortly. If you want to go ahead and talk to us, talk to me, or talk to us. It's just me. It's just me, so there's no us to be talking to. But if you want to go ahead and chat with us, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. It always helps us out. We're looking, every little bit help. Every subscriber helps. Every like helps. All of that stuff helps get us into the algorithm, helps us get closer and closer to that goal of monetization, which is what we're looking for here to help us here. And again, we can't do it without viewers like you. And again, if you want to go ahead and chat with us, go ahead and subscribe. Jump into that chat. We could talk about how your team did over this weekend. I'm sure it did a lot better than my Giants did. Or if you are a Giants fan out there and just want to come and lament with me, that's fine. You want to talk about if you're a Jets fan, Niners fan, how'd your fantasy team do on this week? How'd your pick'ems go? Anything like that, you can join us in the chat with just a subscribe. That's all you got to do. Subscribe. Hey, listen, it's a free country. You know what I mean? Free speech, baby. That's how we work here. So, again, hoping for another great game here to kind of close out the week. Again, Thursday's game was a bit sloppy with the Chiefs and the Ravens. Exciting finish, though. Good, entertaining. That was it. Even if it was sloppy, even if it wasn't the most technically savvy football. I think it was most certainly entertaining. And the same with the Eagles and Packers Brazil game. Again, very sloppy. The field was pretty goddamn sloppy. And again, not the technically best football, but entertaining. Even watching Barkley get 3 touchdowns, not great on my part. Didn't like seeing that, not just because it was Saquon, but because it was the Eagles. I'm always going to root against the Eagles and hope they do badly. But entertaining game, and again, the games this week, the early games, discounting my Giants game, which clearly was not very entertaining, unless you were a Vikings fan, in which case, super entertaining. Bills Cardinals turned out to be a sneaky good game. There were the Dolphins and Jaguars after Tyreek got. I think they put the body cam out footage yet. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but so that's been released. But I mean, Tyreek getting detained before the game even happens, and then everything that happened, like the Dolphins looked pretty dead for at least the first half, and then they come all the way back, win it on a walk-off field goal. The Steelers, much like the Giants, not scoring a touchdown, but they didn't need to because they have T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, and maybe just one of the best defenses in the NFL. And like I've said multiple times on this podcast, like I've said multiple times to friends and family, my father, all that stuff, that Steelers defense is going to win you some games. So there we are, man. It's again, it's week 1. We're here. We're ready to go again to close it out, and then, guys, we're just another 3 days away from Thursday Night Football, which I think is going to be a good one. Dolphins and Bills will be coming up on Thursday, and your boy King's going to be here with you as well, covering that one. Dolphins are going to be wearing their throwbacks, which, listen, there might be some arguments. In fact, it is not. I'm probably the only one arguing that the Giants throwbacks I liked. Everybody else seems to hate them. I'm okay with that. Fine, I'm a dissident. But the Dolphins throwbacks, I don't think you're going to be hard pressed to find somebody who doesn't like those. So that's going to be a nice looking game. I'm a uniform nerd, so I get excited for the uniforms. I know a lot of people say I don't care what they wear as long as they go out there and play good, it's fine. And I get that sentiment, but I'm a logo nerd, so I like the uniforms and whatever matchups we have, a good uniform matchup. And tonight I think we got a great one. You got the green and the white for the Jets. You got the 49ers in their scarlet and gold. It's going to be a very good-looking matchup. Could this be a Super Bowl preview? I mean, it's week 1, so let's see how we go. Aaron Rodgers has got to get more than four snaps in. And then we'll go on from there. So, just getting ready here. Let's go ahead. Let's share this around here. Get people going. Got to get the blood pumping. Got to get the blood going here. And that's what we're going to do here on this Monday night. Once again, thank you for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. Again, if you want to chat, go ahead, subscribe, join us in the chat. Let us know, again, how'd your weekend go? How'd everything go? I'm interested to know. I'm interested to see how everybody's time went on this weekend, because it's got to be better than mine, or anybody who's a Giants fan. It just not great. Although I've got to say, I was very happy to actually hear. Not happy. Let's be honest with the way the Giants were playing. I'm not happy, but it was comforting and almost reassuring to hear the Giants fan base not be dumb, and like the sentiment around the Giants fan base. Yeah, yes, Daniel Jones sucks. Yes, we don't like Daniel Jones. We need to move on from him. Yes, but the blame was so much more than just Daniel Jones. It wasn't just Daniel Jones. It was coach. Daboll's play calling was horrendous. The receivers the balls were hitting them in the hands and they were just dropping them. Like, it was, the receivers did not help out at all. The defense, toothless, feckless, just awful. Like I said, the only good play was by the Giants special teams to pin the ball on the half-yard line of the Vikings. And then what did the Giants defense do with that great opportunity? They let the Vikings go 99.5 yards and score a touchdown. So, yes, Daniel Jones, probably not the future of the New York Giants, but certainly it was not just him. And the Jets will be receiving the first half kickoff here from the San Francisco 49ers on a dynamic. We had a dynamic kickoff touchdown yesterday. The Arizona Cardinals ran one back. Let's see if we can get something like that similar here. Not on this first one, we're not. That's for sure. As that goes out of the end zone. And the Jets will start on the 30. Aaron Rodgers. Hold on to your butts, Jet fans. This is, if you get more than 4 snaps in, you can take a breath. You can breathe. But we'll see how we go. I'm loving the Jets throwbacks. Well, it's not throwbacks now. It's their uniforms that they're wearing. Love the green pants with it. Looks good. Looking sharp. Aaron Rodgers steps up to the line. Gets under center. Offensive line is calling out protections. Bosa setting his 3-point. We pitch it back to Bryce Hall, sorry. And he's going to get 3 yards? 3 yards on the carry? So that's going to be second down here for the New York Jets. I almost feel like saying so far so good, even though if you're a Jet fan, you're like, man, it almost feels like you have a lump in your throat, just kind of waiting to get past that 4th snap, I guess. Snap. Aaron Rodgers again pitches back, and that's going to be about another 2 to 3 yard gain there for Hall. So we're going to have third and very manageable, if not short here, for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, Nathaniel Hackett calling the plays. In beautiful Santa Clara, California, about 50 miles away from San Francisco. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun, steps back, looks, throws through the hands of his receiver, who is going to be now instantly cut. That's his boy, too. That's Lazard. How do you miss that? Oh. So you don't have to worry about the 4th snap just yet because the Jets only get 3. And it's a 3 and out. And they are going to punt. And the kick is away. Big kick, booming kick down to the 8-yard line is where it is fair caught by the 49ers, and that is where they will start their first possession. Brock Purdy have arguments every goddamn day with Jimbo because Jimbo says he's average at best, and I love Jimbo, but he's wrong. So, I mean, that's about all to say about that. I don't know how you could see the last 2 seasons of this kid working and say he's average. That, you know, I know we just had the conversation about how people say numbers don't lie, but numbers can definitely lie. I don't think they're lying here. Purdy is in shotgun, hands it off, and that is going to get a half a yard maybe. Again, CMC apparently is out today from what I wrote. Yeah, so CMC's out. He will not be playing, which is good. We had a gentleman in chat here last night that was talking about wanting to win his fantasy league, and he had CMC for tonight, but he needed to get points to win for. He had Cooper Kupp for the Rams, and Kupp got him the win for his fantasy team last night, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't want to kind of rely on CMC. Good thing, because CMC being out, you would have lost." So he won his week. Good for him. Purdy back to throw, caught by Kittle for about 8.5 yards. So third and very short here for the 49ers, looking to convert, not go 3 and out on their first drive. They started on their 8-yard line. Third and 2. I thought it was third and 1. They're calling third and 2 here for your San Francisco 49ers. Purdy again in shotgun. I thought somebody... Jets defensive line breaking right through. Gets to Purdy. Makes him rush the throw. That's going to be incomplete. What a big... It was a jailbreak there by the Jets defensive front. Purdy was... he was in a bad spot there. Who was that? That was Big Q, Quentin Williams. So now the Niners was it. So both teams have gone 3 and out on their first possession. We kind of saw that last night with the Rams and the Lions. Both teams went 3 and out, and then afterwards they moved. Jets, not much of a return. They get to the 30, so they're going to have the same exact field position they started with on their first drive. And we'll see what Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets can do with that. As they're going to go ahead and hit a commercial break. And we'll have a little time here to just talk and see what's going on. Apparently, I saw there that Kadarius Toney signed with the Browns. Yeah, that's going to help. Good job. Yeah, Browns. After that performance you had against the Cowboys, the missing piece, really, if you want to stop and think about it, Kadarius Toney. Good job. Good job, Browns. That's just another one. And I need to see this because I'm not sure. I want to make sure I get this right. So I'm going to look at what I'm going to say. But I think there was another accusation against Deshaun Watson from back in 2020. Apparently, was what this latest one is. I don't know too much about it. But that's the latest I saw. But yeah, there's been a new civil lawsuit filed that accuses Deshaun Watson of sexual assault and battery in October of 2020. At this point, now I know like there's been nothing criminal has come through, nothing like that. But if I'm the Browns, like first of all, immediate buyer's remorse for but if I'm the Browns, is there something? How ironclad is this contract? Is there something where you can terminate the contract with cause and not pay him out? And if there isn't, do you just consider like pulling a Russell Wilson with him and just cutting him, eating that money, eating the cap space, the cap hit that's going to take, and just moving on? Because not only do we have all of this stuff still around him, surrounding him, and now a brand new one coming out, but his performance hasn't dictated having anything like he's awful. He's not playing well. So, not that should have anything to do with it. Aaron Rodgers takes the snap, getting rushed, kind of pitches it out, fumble, and that's 49ers ball on the 30. It was pitched out to Brees. Brees caught it and then just dropped it. 49ers pick it up. Early turnover. Got the peanut punch there. That was a straight-up peanut punch, too. Fred Warner, man, all-pro. And now you see why. That was perfectly placed. Perfectly placed. And now the Niners are in business on the Jets' 30-yard line. Uh-oh. Jets got to hope that defense can hold here. Actually, it's on the 32-yard line is where they officially marked the fumble being placed. Handoff for the 49ers, and that's going to be a gain of about 3. Debo with the carry. 11:27 left here in the first quarter. 2nd and 7, so it was about 3 there. For the Niners. Brock Purdy under center. Takes a snap, snaps back, looks to throw. Good defensive play by the New York Jets. Knocked the ball away at the last moment. Normally you often look for flags in that moment, and especially in today's NFL, but that was a hell of a defensive play. That's my namesake there, Quincy Williams. Fantastic play. 3rd and 7 now for the San Francisco 49ers. Purdy back in shotgun, empty backfield. Jets again getting a huge rush from the defensive line. Rushes Purdy. He has to throw it away. And that is going to be 4th down. Jets defense looking really strong, really good here to start the game. If I'm Hassan Reddick, I'm a little worried. All of a sudden, I mean, this holdout didn't look great to begin with. It certainly doesn't look great now. I mean, we're 2 series in. Let's not overreact. But Jake Moody's out to try a 57-yard field goal. Will he get it? Will he not? I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Snap, placed, kick, up, and that's going to split the uprights, and that's going to be good. And the San Francisco 49ers, they get first blood as they go ahead and score 3 points off of the Breece Hall fumble turnover. Although, considering that they got the ball right at the 32-yard line, only giving up 3 is a fantastic win for the New York Jets and that New York Jets defense. Again, thank you for watching us here at Stay Tuned Sports. If you want to go ahead and join us in the chat, talk with us. Talk with us. I see us. I keep on expecting Jimbo to just be right there, and he's not. If you want to talk to me, share your thoughts on this game, on the game that maybe your team had this week, how your fantasy team did, anything like that, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chat. If you do like what you're watching, like, share, and subscribe. Share us around. That's great. Hit that little notification bell. We're going to be doing a bunch of these live streams all year. All the primetime games, we're definitely going to try to hit. We got Thursday night coming up with the Bills and the Dolphins. That's going to be a great one. We will also be doing, and this might be a punishment more than advertisement, but we will be doing every Giants game. We will be doing every Eagles game, as I'm a huge Giants fan. And Jimbo is, of course, dirty, disgusting Eagles fan. So that's just, as you can see, my championship belt back here for a rivalry championship, the King James title. The Giants won last year because of the split, but we had scored more points, so we kind of won on the technicality. I have not won that belt a lot in the last, we've had this thing for about 12 years now. I want to say, have not won it a lot. It has not come back to the Giants here a lot. Jimbo's kind of owned that belt. So, and the way this year is looking, it's going to be going back to him. So, I'm going to enjoy it while I have it. But yeah, join us in the chat and talk to us and see, we're just here. We're just here watching some football, having a good time here on a Monday night, just kicking off the season, closing out what has been a very interesting week 1 here in the NFL. And again, yes, I just saw that on X, Twitter X, Barstool's post that on the 4th snap of this Jets season, compared to last year, at least this one was a fumble. But I'll say that, like they said, oh, it's bad. The Jets' fourth snap this year was a fumble. But I'll say if the worst thing that happens on the fourth snap this year was a fumble and not a snapped Achilles, that's still a win for the Jets. Dynamic kickoff, and that's going to be dynamically out of the back of the end zone. And yet another touchback. So the Jets are going to get the ball again on the 30. This is their third drive starting on the 30. Let's see if they can get something going this time. I don't know about that, but we'll see. We will see. First and 10 from the 30. 10:58 remaining here in the first quarter. Aaron Rodgers under center. Jets offensive line calling out protection. Man in motion. Hand off to Breece Hall, and that's going to be a loss of a half a yard. Who's that? Hargrave, I think, got the tackle on that one. So they're going to give him a generous spot there and say 2nd and 10. I thought it might have been 2nd and 11, to be honest with you. But 2nd and 10 here for the Jets from the 30-yard line. Rodgers again under center, again motion, again a pitch to Breece Hall, and again not much of a gain, about a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards. I'd say about 2 yards, so you can have 3rd and long. Jets not really testing Rodgers here. Rodgers seems to be telling everybody to just RELAX there. He's telling everybody to relax, but there we go. Rodgers in shotgun here on 3rd and 8. Trips to his left. Breece Hall in the backfield with him. 9:41 left here in the first with the clock ticking. 5 on the play clock. Rodgers is changing the play. 4, 3, 2. Gets the snap. Steps back. Throws. Caught. And that is going to be a New York Jets first down. Wilson with the catch. His first catch of the season. Kind of went over and just grabbed it. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our first down of the game. It is the New York Jets. We've had a field goal before we've had a first down. Funny how that happens. But there we are. So 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Jets throw, and that's going to be caught by Breece Hall for about a gain of 3. Rodgers getting the play from the sideline into his helmet. I think Aaron Rodgers gets a bunch of receptions from various sources. The star people, maybe. I don't know. Knocking on the sky. Dark rooms and such. 8:15 left here in the first. Rodgers in shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off once again. And again, that Jets running game not getting any traction against this Niners front. Poof, big pancake. Malik Collins. So we got 3rd and 7. Again, another 3rd and long here. Rodgers in shotgun. We got 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Actually, no, we got about trips right here. 4, 3, 2 on the play clock. Gets it off. Rodgers back, looks to throw. Caught again by Garrett Wilson for another New York Jets first down. Rodgers to Garrett seems to be working here on these 3rd and longs. I don't know how long you want to keep on trying to test that 3rd and long theory. But on this drive so far, working good here for the Jets as they are, where are they, about the 35 of the 49ers? Yeah, just inside the 35-yard line. Rodgers again in shotgun. Man in motion. Screen out to Breece Hall, and he's got some room, and he's got a first down and a little bit more. It's going to be a gain of about 13 yards. And the Jets get a first down and away for 3rd and long this time. So Breece Hall getting a bunch of touches here early on. Already had a fumble, but the Jets seem to be still trusting him with the ball. Gets the first down there for the Jets and for Rodgers. 1st and 10 with 6:20 left here in the first. He's got 9 rush yards. He's got 18 receiving yards there for Breece Hall. Aaron Rodgers again hands off to Hall. This time he gets a better gain on this one. Looks to be about 5-yard gain. So we got 2nd down coming up here for the Jets. 2nd and 5. I would say, might be 2nd and 4. Depends on where the ref spot it. I thought he got 5 yards. So they're saying only 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Oh, apparently my eyes are really bad. I didn't think they were that bad. I knew they were bad. I didn't think they were that bad. Rodgers is 5 for 6 already, 48 yards here on the night, and already a better start to last season because we're more than 4 snaps into the game for him. From the 19-yard line for the Jets, 2nd and 7. Rodgers in shotgun. Back. Looks to throw. Got protection. Got time. Throws. Incomplete. Wasn't even looking for somebody there. There seemed to be maybe a little miscommunication or just everybody was covered. Not sure what happened on that play, but it did not turn out well for the New York Jetropolitans, as it is now, again, 3rd and long. They've converted 2 3rd and longs already, a 3rd and 8 and a 3rd and 7 on this drive, with passes to Garrett Wilson. Wilson now coming out wide to Rodgers' right. Seems to be about trips right here for the Jets. Rodgers in shotgun, getting his cadence. Breece Hall in the backfield with him. He takes the snap, looks, throws across, gets Garrett Wilson again for the first down. Then the Jets are at the Niners' 11-yard line. Actually, like 10 and a half here. But it is 1st down and 10. And this has been the Garrett Wilson 3rd and long conversion show here on this drive. As I think Aaron's might have found his new Devontae, his new safety valve. And that's going to be Garrett Wilson there with the Jets. Rodgers in shotgun again. Breece Hall in the backfield with him. Wilson in motion. Rodgers back. Throws it to Wilson out of the backfield. Wilson takes it. Makes a couple stutter steps. Cannot get to the end zone, but he stopped at the 3-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Jets. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. I know the announcers love saying that. You can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Yeah, but why would you want to? Get the goddamn touchdown. Garrett Wilson on the sideline, taking a breather. Rodgers under center. Hands off to Hall. Hall runs to his right. That's going to be a touchdown for your New York Jets. First touchdown of 2024 for the New York Jets, with a really impressive drive, converting 3 and longs. Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson. And Breece Hall, who had the fumble on the Jets' 2nd drive, on their 3rd drive, goes ahead, gets them the touchdown, gets them the lead, as now the Jets go ahead and try to get the extra point here to take a 7-3 lead against the San Francisco 49ers. Snap, hold, kick, up, and that is good. And the New York Jets have their first lead of 2024 and take a 7-3 lead over the Santa Clara residing San Francisco 49ers here on Monday Night Football. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with us here at Stay Tuned Sports. Like what you watch and like what you see. Like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out immensely. If you want to join us in the chat, subscribe, come in. Let's talk. Let's see how your team did this week. I've talked enough about my Giants enough. I don't want to talk about them anymore. The Giants, I mean, it's... I'm a big hockey fan. I don't know if you can tell, I got my Devils hat in the background here, so I'm a big hockey fan anyway. But after just 1 week of Giants football, I am very excited for the start of hockey season here in the New Jersey area, because it's gonna be a slog watching the Giants this year. It's gonna be a real long year watching these New York Football Giants. Now the good thing is, the Jets so far looking good, and this is the other thing too. And I've mentioned this before on the main show, the mothership, the flagship show, if you will. I was never one of those guys that hated the Jets. I'm a Giants fan, but I don't hate the Jets. I root for the Jets. I like the Jets. I often called the Jets my 4 p.m. team, because when I was a kid, for the most part, Giants would play at 1 p.m., Jets would play at 4 p.m., and I'd root for both because they're both from my area, so I didn't mind that. Growing up, I was really unaware of the giant hatred between the Jets and Giants fans. It's some big rivalry there, and I say it's not real. I mean, how can it be a rivalry when you barely play each other? You played each other every 4 years, and now every 3 years since the divisional realignment back in 2002. But you don't play each other all that often. There's no real overlap. It's not to me. I never saw it as a big rivalry. So that's why I still don't mind rooting for the Jets. So at least that'll be something that I can hang my hat on watching the Jets. I used to go to my dad used to get tickets from a guy he knew when he worked. I forget what he worked at the time, but he knew a guy. And was able to get tickets and stuff like that. And we used to go to Jet game. I went to the Jet game, I want to say 3 or 4 times during their 1 in 15 year. And while it was bad football, it was fun times. The tailgates were fun. The atmosphere was fun. The fans are fun. I never had that hatred for the Jets. I never got that big rivalry thing between Jets and Giants, because to me there isn't one. But here we go, getting ready for another dynamic kickoff, or another dynamic touchback, let's be honest. And that's exactly what we get, as that goes about 8 yards deep into the end zone. And that is where the Niners will start their third drive. Rodgers, happy, enjoying himself, 6 and 7 on that drive, 61 yards, 4 first downs. Again, Garrett Wilson, kind of the big converter in that one. He had 3 of the 4 first downs on that drive. And Breece Hall with the other one on the first down. So it seems like on that 3rd and long, that's where Rodgers is going to be looking. He's going to be looking for hole number 5 there with the Jets. 1st and 10, Brock Purdy in shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off, and that's going to be a gain of 4 yards there, it appears, for the San Francisco 49ers, unless, again, my eyes are bad, which they have been known to be. Jordan Mason with the carry. And it's going to be 2nd and 6. So it was 4. See? My eyes aren't as bad as I said. My eyes aren't as bad as I said. Falcons and Eagles on Monday night. Jimbo will be here for that one. He's normally going to skip Monday nights, but he'll be here for the Eagles game. Purdy under center. Snap, hands it off to Mason again, and that's going to be a first down and quite a bit more. I want to say that's close to 10 yards that he gained there. Actually, about 12 yards he gained on that one. So big carry there for Jordan Mason, getting the start instead of CMC, who is out for this game. So we get another 1st and 10, 2:40 left here in the first quarter. San Francisco on their 3rd drive. They already got a field goal after a Jets turnover on their own 30. Purdy takes a snap, hands it off to Mr. Debo himself, and he's going to get about 6 yards on that carry. Unless my eyes doth deceive me, as I said, to get a little Shakespearean on everybody. I'll say this, no flags yet in this game. That's pretty good. I'm excited for that. 2nd and 5. Okay, so not quite 6 yards. You got 5 yards. So my eyes still aren't that bad. Under 10 seconds on the play clock. Purdy in shotgun. Debo in motion. Snap. Purdy throws. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be a first down for the Niners. As the Niners and Purdy start moving the ball here. Ayuk. Oh, no, he didn't catch that. I'm sorry. I do have bad eyes. Look at that. That was a good defensive play. I thought he caught that. I'm dealing with a small screen on my computer. Deal with it. So, yes. Not you deal with it. I mean, I have to deal with it. I need to be better. But that is incomplete. So we have 3rd and 5 now. Ayuk, big money man. It was a good defensive play. That wasn't Ayuk. It was knocked out. So it was a good play by the Jets. Purdy back in shotgun. Steps back. Looks. Throws. And that's going to be bobbled a little bit. But Ayuk does come down with it this time. And that is going to be a Niners first down on 3rd and 5. So they get a fresh set of downs. A bit of a push-off on Ayuk there, by Ayuk. No call from the refs. Refs kind of, keeping the flags in the pocket in this game so far. Again, a little bit of a bobble from Ayuk, but still good enough. Still hold on to the ball. And it is going to be 1st and 10 from the 34.5-yard line. Snap. Purdy with the play action. Rolls out to his right. Can't find anybody. There is a flag now. He slides down. This might be holding. Oh, is this going to be illegal formation? It's going to be another illegal formation we got here? So the refs are discussing. Not quite sure what we're discussing here. Yeah. Looks like illegal formation, but the Jets decline the penalty. So still no accepted penalties in this game. As joined by the wife, fiance. Hi, wife, fiance. In case you want to know what she looks like, you won't, because she'll never come on camera, guys, so don't worry about it. 2nd and 10 here for the Niners. Pitch back here to Mason again. He breaks a couple of nice, nifty moves here. He's going to get about 7 yards on that carry, so it's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Niners. Oh! Looks like my man from the Jets got hit in the nuts. We got a cup check situation. We have a cup check situation in which the NFL, nobody wears a cup. That's Clemens. Clemens he got hit in the dick. Yeah, no, I feel you, brother. Yeah, he's on the sideline. So, but he's going to have time to recover because that is the end of the first quarter here in Santa Clara. And the New York Jets have a 7-3 lead. The 49ers are driving. They are in Jets territory. I believe they're inside their 30-yard line now. They're about the 28, 27-yard line. And they're going to have a 3rd and 3 when we come back into the second quarter. So far, good game. Couple 3-and-outs, good defense. We've had a turnover. Jets had a really good sustained drive, converting 3rd and longs. That Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson connection seems to be pretty good, pretty strong. And now the Niners putting together a sustained drive. So again, it does remind me a little bit of the Rams-Lions game yesterday, which again started off with 2 3-and-outs. And then the following drives got something. Now again, the Jets had a turnover on theirs, but on their second actual drive, in which they didn't fumble on the first play, good sustained drive, scoring drive. San Francisco now has on their 3rd drive here, long sustained drive. So good game. Jets defense they're looking to stop them here, and hopefully hold the Niners only to a field goal. Niners looking to go ahead and convert and try to take the lead back for the New York Jets with a touchdown. Let's check the old Twitter X and see what's going on, what everybody else is saying. That's an interesting poll. We'll get to that. Maybe we'll do a poll on here too. We'll see. McAfee questioning, are the Jets good? Yeah, well, I think the Jets might be good. Tom Grassi, fellow YouTuber, actually somebody I kind of aspire to be, or at least get to that level of success, let's be honest. Excited to see Rodgers back. He's saying he still got it. Stoked to see Rodgers slinging it again, 100%. And I think that's the main thing. It's like it's good to see good players. That's what you want to see. And Rodgers, no matter how you think about him, because he is, he's a bit higher level thinker, if you want to say so, like that, higher level. Anyway, from the Jets' 29-yard line, third and 5. They call him 3rd and 5? I don't know. I thought he gained a little bit more than that. But 3rd and 5, they're going to do a bit of a reverse here. Deebo Samuel, they had him 10 yards in the backfield, and he still gets away. Still loses about 5 yards, but he almost lost 15 and was able to dance around and get away from the Jets. Sauce Gardner looks like he might be injured. Oh, no. That'll be huge for the Jets. But the Jets had Deebo dead to right at least 7 times, about 15 to 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And, again, they still lose about 5 yards on the play, but they could have been out of field goal range. So, at the end of the day, pretty lucky for the Niners. Going to try a 51-yard field goal, snap, hold, kick is up. That's going to split the uprights. And that's going to put 3 more on the board, as now the Jets have a 1-point lead only on the San Francisco 49ers. They cut it down to 1 point with a field goal, 7-6 here on Monday Night Football. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out. We got the links down there, too, for our donation station. If you want to go and help us out, throw us a couple bucks. We've got a merch store as well, which is kind of a donation, but you get something out of it, purchasing. I don't know. Not quite barter system. Capitalism works. I love it. It works, and we need it, too. Trust me. Like I said, I've been working with a almost 9-year-old $34 microphone, which I don't know if you could tell. Not great, not the best quality, but you can help that. Viewers like you, that's what helps us out here over at Stay Tuned Sports. The video of Ricky Pearsall at the game with the first responders who helped him. I mean, what a boss. Guy got shot through the chest, and now he's just hanging out at Levi Stadium just with T-shirt and backwards cap. Looks like he's flirting with the EMTs there. Like, good job. Hey, hey, look, I got shot. What are you going to do? I'm just the boss. I'm going to be, dude, when he comes back to play, like, he was on the IR, so it's going to be at least another 3 weeks until he suits up and plays. But, man, that's going to be fun. I wonder how his jersey sales. I hope his jersey sales are up. And get him some money. That's it. I mean, you're an NFL player. You're making pretty good money anyway. Don't get me wrong, but that's pretty cool. The whole Pearsall thing to have what happened to him, and for him to, I mean, luckily, thank God, be okay. And I mean, the absolute kind of best result that could have happened from that whole thing. Also kind of makes sense why the Niners are, about 50 miles away playing in Santa Clara now, too. Just, just saying. Everybody talking just about how Aaron Rodgers is doing on the old Twitter X and how he's looking pretty good, pretty sharp. I'm excited, folks. Football's back. I hope you're excited too for football being back. Dynamic kickoff, and we're going to have a return. It was in the landing zone. Jets get it out to just past the 20-yard line. So that works out for the Niners in that case because they save themselves about 9-10 yards. So the Jets starting their first drive not on their own 30-yard line. Waiting for them to get done with this recap of how Garrett Wilson was a beast on that last drive. Oh, no, they got out to the 30. So the Jets are actually starting on the 30. I thought it was going to the 20. It is to the 30. Aaron Rodgers, big ball, throws to nobody. Was there a miscommunication, or was he rushed? He was. It looks like he was hit. He's on the ground, but there was nobody out there. It was a bit of a stutter, and it looks like Garrett Wilson was kind of stopped and hit, but no call for illegal contact and no any of that. So 2nd and 10 for the Jets from their own 30. Again, this is their, fourth straight drive starting from their own 30. I thought they only had got out to the 20. They got to the 30. So that's, again, bad eyes. Pitches to Breece Hall. Breece Hall gets about 5 yards on the carry. So we're going to have 3rd and 5 here for the Jets. Nathaniel Hackett trying to cook here in his second season as the Jets offensive coordinator. He certainly didn't cook with Zach Wilson. I'm not sure if anybody could cook with Zach Wilson. And before that, he was with Russell Wilson. And I don't know if anybody could cook with Russell Wilson anymore either. So 3rd and 4 for the Jets. Pardon me, they gave him it's a long 4. But they're saying 3rd and 4 for the Jets. 3 seconds on the play clock, running down. Rodgers in shotgun, takes the snap, back to throw. He is going to be sacked. There is a flag on the play. Bosa with the sack for now. Is this going to be holding on the Jets, or is this something else? What do we got? It was on the Jets. It is declined. So we still have yet to have an accepted penalty in this game. Bosa, he gets his first sack of the year. Actually, no. Yeah, he gets about, would you call that half a sack? Because, yeah, it wasn't Bosa. I think Floyd got that one, but Bosa definitely helped on it. Let's face facts. So that's a punt for the Jets. Niners get it, and they bring it up to about their 33.5, 34-yard line, and that is where they will start their next drive. Looking to take the lead on this next drive here for the San Francisco 49ers, whether it's by field goal or by touchdown, they're going to be looking to take the lead here against the Jets, as the Jets go 3 and out. With 12:43 left in the first half. In the second quarter. Apparently, there's a tropical storm coming towards New Orleans again. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Let's hope it works out a lot better than it has in the past. And that there's because the Super Bowl's down there this year. So hopefully it's not anything bad. Again, it's a tropical storm right now, not a hurricane, and definitely not a Category 5 hurricane. Let's hope that it kind of remains that way and stays kind of not nearly as strong, and maybe who knows, maybe it doesn't hit New Orleans at all. Wherever it does hit, hopefully everybody heeds the warnings to either evacuate, stay safe, and be careful out there. You don't want to screw around when it comes to these hurricanes, tropical storms. It's not the wind that kills you. It's the water. It's the storm surge, as we all know. Oh, I think everybody knows. I hope people know. You still have idiots out there doing hurricane parties. Not the best. Don't do that. Everybody, yeah, no, I feel the same way. Uh, uh, this one's from Boston Connor from Pat McAfee show on Twitter X here saying they need more commercials during this game. I think no, that's these commercials are atrocious. We're having so many stops here. No reason. Can we not get like this? It's just getting almost as bad as college football now. And that, I mean, I don't know if anybody's watched college football game lately, but you can't watch that without having there are so many after everything. There's a commercial break. Every fourth down, commercial break. Every punt, a commercial break. Every kick for a field goal, commercial break. Kickoff after a point scored, commercial break. Commercial break. There's so many goddamn commercials. And most of them are the goddamn Dr. Pepper Fansville ones, which get real fucking old real fucking quick. I like them. They're cute. They're funny. But after the 7,000th time you've seen them already in 2 weeks of college football, let's maybe pause with that. First down, Brock Purdy under center from the 33-yard line, their own 33-yard line, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left, looking to pass. He's going to instead run, dives for the first down, and he is going to get it. That's going to be a first down for the Niners and Brock Purdy. As Jimbo would say, average Brock Purdy. That is one of the things that me and Jimbo will argue about endlessly, all day, every day. I don't understand his thought process of calling Brock Purdy average. Oh, yeah, we had a touchdown. I can have an alcoholic beverage. I might do that. I just might do that. First and 10. Handoff to Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel breaks it out to the right side, gets about 5 yards, and then does a get off me kind of push towards the end. Straw's broken. Gets 6 yards. I thought he only got 5. Got 6. Second and 4 for your San Francisco 49ers. Averaging 5 yards a rush. That's pretty good. Brock Purdy hands it off, and that is going to be 6 yards and a first down. I'm sorry, 5 yards because it was third and 4. That's right. So that's about 5 yards. 5 yards. First down. San Francisco moving the ball. They are in Jets territory as we speak. That sounds horrendous. You know what? Forget that. We're going cider, baby. First and 10, Purdy under center, pitches it back to Mason, and he's going to get 7 yards on that carry. All right, so all of a sudden here, the 49ers rushing offense. Not all of a sudden. Again, they've been having 5 yards of rush with this, and now they're really, really putting it down here to the Jets. Again, they say, I thought it was 7. It looked like 7 yards to me. But second and 4 now for the Niners. They are driving. Jets 39-yard line. Purdy under center. Mason in the backfield. Steps back, hands it off. Why wouldn't you? First down, Niners and more. And he's going to get to the 30. Another Niners first down. They are just, listen, it's the old Parcell adage, run until you stop us. And the Jets are not stopping them. The Jets are not stopping them. See, this is what I wanted to do yesterday with the Giants. After I was like, after the Giants score a touchdown, I'll put some cider in my nice Giants 1970s Hess glass here, and be cool, and enjoy the game. Never got a chance to do that, so now I had to wait for the Jets to do it. First down and 10, handoff to Mason, and he again breaks another huge run, brings it down to the Jets' 11-yard line. But there is a flag. We have a flag, and there is a flag. What is the flag? And that's going to be holding. We have our first accepted penalty of the game. It's on McKivitz. Holding. San Francisco. We're going backwards. That's the best defensive play the Jets have had in this drive. Because the Niners have been carving them up on the ground. Huge play for the Niners, but apparently that's what. When you hold somebody, you might break a big run. So that's what I mean. I don't think the Niners need anybody to hold for them. They've been running fairly well against this Jets defense on this drive. At least really carving them up. So with 9:17 left here in the second quarter, 7-6, the Jets leading. 1st and 19 now it's going to be for the Niners. As the Jets appear to maybe have a defensive injury. Oh, C.J. Mosley. That looks like C.J. Mosley. That's not good. Purdy takes the snap pass. Oh! Incomplete. But that bounced up. That was kind of ping-ponging around. I think and nobody really noticed. That might have been able to be picked off or something if somebody was paying attention. But yes, looking back, they're showing a replay now. Yeah, the reason Mosley got such a big hole there, the gap, was because of the hold. So that's they're going to call that every time. Second and 19. Here for the Niners, Purdy back in shotgun. Takes the snap, back to throw, looks, throws. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be a first down to the Jets' 18-yard line. So, big penalty, 2nd and 19. That's not going to be a problem there for your San Francisco 49ers. Jennings with the catch and the first down. Niners, fresh set of downs. Now deep in Jets territory. In the red zone. 1st and 10 from the Jets' 17.5-yard line here. Snap. Handoff to Mosley. Big hole, wide open. That's going to be a touchdown. San Francisco 49ers as they go ahead and take the lead on what was essentially just a clinic on how to run. Wait a minute. Let's hold up here because there was a flag down. Holding on the Niners. No touchdown. That is coming back, holding on Debo. Oh, no. So had that as a touchdown, but they called holding on Debo. He was pulling the jersey. Again, he's on the outside. That's why, hands on the outside. He also had the hands in the collar, too. But that was it. He had the hand on the sleeve outside. The ref saw it, threw it. Made it a little too obvious. So now it's going to be 1st and 8. Because it comes from the spot of the foul. So 1st and 8 for the San Francisco 49ers. From the 16-yard line, Purdy snaps, throws out of the backfield to Debo. Debo gets about a yard, and we have another flag. We went so long without an accepted penalty, and now we're just pumping out flags here. The ref said, wait a minute. This is our show. People came here to watch us. This is our show. As they have a conference. It's going to be pass interference on the Niners. Kyle Juszczyk called for the pick, and that's going to move them back further. Oh, no. The Niners, from a discipline standpoint, falling apart here. don't know about that one. I think I'm a little iffy on that call, but maybe I just don't know the rules as well as I should. Maybe. I don't know. So now it's 2nd and 6. How did they gain 2 yards on a penalty? I don't know. But that's going to be a first down anyway as they hand it off here to Mason. And he brings it down to the 2-yard line. Like I said, it seems like the 49ers can just run at will here on the Jets. Not that Hassan Reddick would have anything to do about that. He's more of a pass rusher than a run stopper, that's for sure. But they are carving through this Jets front like hot butter right now with this rushing attack. I keep on saying, did I say Mosley? I meant Mason. No, I said Mason. Didn't I? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Anyway, he's had a massive game so far already, and we're only with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Purdy under center. Quick handoff to Debo. Did he get there? Yes, they call touchdown. So now the Niners have a touchdown. There is no flag that I can see. And now the Niners, yeah, he crossed. That is going to be the lead for the Niners. And let's see, do they go for 2 to make it a full touchdown, or are they only going to go for the extra point? 12 plays, 67 yards for the Niners. They're only going for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, up, good, 13-7. The Niners take the lead in Santa Clara against the Jets on what was just a clinic of running the football. And that's the thing. Brock Purdy doesn't have to... Listen, you could say Brock Purdy is good. You could say Brock Purdy's not good. If you could run the ball like that, I would not let that son of a bitch pass the ball the rest of the night. Keep handing the ball off. If that's how the running attack is going to be, rack up 500 yards on the ground and just run right through the Jets. If the Jets aren't going to try to fix or do anything about that rushing defense that they have right now, run right through them like a hot knife through butter. People trying to say that the refs are against San Francisco. I'll say this, like I said, the refs, the flags have been away for this game for the most part until that last drive. All of a sudden, they pow, 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 pow. Just a bunch of flags out on that one. And but it did not seem to matter as the Niners just ran through everybody. That's a dumb question by Barstool. Who's more generational, Sidney Sweeney or Patrick Mahomes? I mean, listen, I like Sidney Sweeney. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind Sidney Sweeney at all. But let's, how many Super Bowl rings she got? Now, granted, both Patrick Mahomes and Sidney Sweeney do have generational tight ends. But Patrick Mahomes' tight end is probably going to retire soon, so. Let's all hope that Sidney Sweeney's tight end does not retire. Is that true? Did the refs apologize? Yes, I'm just reading this that as we have another dynamic touchback here on the kickoff, as the Jets going to go ahead and start their 6th drive here from the 30. Their starting position on every drive they've had has been the 30-yard line. But T.J. Watt, on that, he had a strip sack in the game against Atlanta yesterday that was called back due to the refs calling neutral zone infraction. Apparently, he called the snap count so well and just was able to get off so quickly that the refs thought he must have been in the neutral zone. But instead, so they called it, and the Falcons ended up getting a touchdown on it, but the referees then sent an apology and said no, they had gotten it wrong. That's crazy. Aaron Rodgers, first down and 10, snaps, hands off to Breece Hall, and that's going to be a gain of about 2.5 yards, 3 yards. 3 yards for Hall, and we're going to get 2nd and 7. Bosa setting up. That's a problem. They're going to have to protect against him, although how much you do that. Pitch out to Breece Hall here on 2nd down. Not much doing on there. I thought he got about 2 yards, but the refs are spotting him well short of that, so he's only getting about a yard gain. So we're going to have 3rd and 6 here. Or 3rd and 5? I don't know. I saw the one ref. It was just 2nd and 7. Marked off a yard, and now they're saying 3rd and 5. So I don't know what. At this point, math doesn't math. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun. Running up to the line, changing the play. 12 seconds left on the play clock, so we got time. Wilson off to his right. Snap. There's a flag that's going to be probably against the Jets for illegal formation. Aaron Rodgers throws. Incomplete. So is it going to be neutral zone or is it going to be illegal formation? Which one we got? Place your bets. Illegal formation on the Jets. That penalty's declined, and they're going to have to punt here on 4th down. They're saying his head was not close enough to his center's genitals, and thus it is a penalty. In the NFL, you got to get your head as close to those genitals as possible, damn it. So, punt for the Jets here. And that is a hell of a punt down to the 5-yard line of the Niners. And they get a little bit of a return up to about the 13-yard line. And that is where they will start their next drive, in which they might just run all over the Jets. And Purdy never throws a pass, and they end up scoring again. So unless the Jets' rush defense can stop them and do something, I don't know. We'll have to see. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports on this Monday Night Football broadcast. And if you've been joining us all week, thank you again so much. If you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you're able to come into the chat, talk with me, let your thoughts be known, all that fun stuff. Check out our links down below. We have a donation station down there. We have a merch store link down there as well. More stuff coming into the merch store all the time, so keep your eyes out for that. Link for the Discord down there, which is good. Join the Discord. Come join me and Jimbo in there and just talk BS, have some fun. That's always fun to do. Especially now that we're in football season, there's going to be something to talk about and bitch about and moan about and praise and hate and scream and yell and cheer and celebrate every single day. So, here for it. And I hope you're here for it as well. As we go ahead and check let's see what, any other news, things going on, blah, blah, blah. See what we're talking about here. Oh, apparently they're saying that there was a body cam footage and it was bad. This is according to Ian Rappaport. Do we get volume on this? Will I get popped? Will I get popped if I have a little bit of volume on this and just not the video? I don't know.
Yeah, there's been a lot of watching on videos online, which is where the Miami-Dade Police Department has now released 105 minutes of body cam footage from the officers involved in the Tyreek Hill incident. They are claiming full transparency, and of course we know they've launched an investigation. One officer involved that we know of has already been placed on administrative leave while they try to figure out exactly what happened. They released the body cam videos earlier than they usually do, again, in the with an eye on transparency. And we've seen a lot of them, and frankly, they're upsetting and disturbing, and none of it is good. Among the things that you see in the video, you see an officer physically grab Tyreek Hill. First, yell for him to get out of the car. He's not sure why. He says, "Why are you banging on my window?" They pull the car door open, physically grab him from the car, throw him to the ground. Officers surround him, very physically and hastily put him in handcuffs while he's trying to...
1st and 10 for the Niners. Oh, boy, that's going to be rough. Miami-Dade's in a problem here. Brock Purdy back to throw. Throws a big ball caught by Kittle. That's going to be a big gain up to about, what is that, the 38-yard line? So George Kittle finally gets in on the action here. I was saying, hey, Niners, why don't you just run the ball for the rest of the game? You've been killing the Jets. Well, shut me right the hell up because they get a big pass to Kittle. They now have a 1st and 10 closer to midfield than where they were, which was their 13-yard line. So, they give a 38. 38, I'm sorry. I suck at counting the yardage here, I guess. Hand off to Debo, and he's going to get no yardage on that one. The Jets actually stop a run for a loss. That's pretty, considering how the last drive went, that's a little surprising. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 here for your San Francisco 49ers. But yes, so that's Ian. That was Ian Rappaport reporting on the body cam footage that has come out from Miami-Dade about the Tyreek Hill incident. I haven't watched any of them yet. I probably will after this game, but I usually trust what Ian says. Ian's probably one of the best insiders in the game. Doesn't sound great. It doesn't sound great. Brock Purdy takes the snap, hands it off, and that is going to be a gain of about 9. I'm going to say 8 or 9 there for the Niners. By Jordan Mason. I think I was calling him Mosley before. I don't know why. There's something wrong in my brain. I just had cider, so I can't blame the cider. Can't blame the cider for it. 3rd and 3 for the Niners here. Looking to convert and keep this drive going. Jets trying to get the Niners off the field. Purdy and shotgun back, looking to throw. There's some pressure, but that is going to be a completed pass for a 1st down. Once again to Mason. And the Jets defense, once again, cannot get off the field. So it's a straight up 1st and 10. New set of downs. Sauce Gardner on the sidelines. Is he hurt? Is he injured? I don't know. Brock Purdy, though, takes the snap. Getting rushed. Passes it to Debo, who gets about 2 yards, but then is immediately met and tackled, swarmed on by the Jets, by Mosley. That's C.J. Mosley there for the Jets. So I don't know. Maybe I was mixing up Mosleys and Masons and Morrises, and I don't know. But we are coming down here to the 2-minute warning. Niners 2nd and 7 when we come back from this. Let me get the rest of this. Let me get the rest of this Ian quote here, while we're again in another commercial break here. During a 2-minute warning of this.
Talk to his agent, Drew Rosenhaus. There's a situation where he gets up and they tell him to sit down. He says, hold on, I'm going to sit. I just had surgery on my knee. They physically take him and push him down to the ground. There are threats. There are taunts. At one point, an officer tells him to stop crying. They yell at him for being confused. It's it's not good. Calais Campbell, all-around good human and former Walter Payton Man of the Year award winner, walks up to the officers, asks questions, trying to de-escalate. They grab him, put him in handcuffs, tell him he's under arrest, even though he's just trying to make it all better. There's a lot of footage on there. You can go online and watch it, several outfits. It's all bad, and it really just underscores all of the questions that are surrounding the Tyreek Hill incident with the Miami-Dade police right now.
Boy, they've learned nothing from the Scotty Scheffler thing, did they? Yeah, and you'd figure at some point they would. You figure at some point with the body cams out there, with everybody having cell phones or dash cams on them, with listen, this is the point. Like, they have body cams on themselves. Like, you figure they would know this, and not just that, but there's cameras on street lamps now. There's cameras on people got the Ring cameras. There are literally cameras everywhere. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing here? And so that's a bad all-around situation. Tyreek got his touchdown though, and he played very well yesterday. After that, and after the circumstances. So, all that being said, and listen, in his press conference, he said all the right things. I mean, he could have gone off. He could have really went off, and I don't know if many people would have blamed him for going off the way he could have or maybe should have. And instead, he said, hopefully this is a learning experience for everybody, for me, for Miami-Dade police, for the community, and maybe come together and do everything like that. And, you're pretty sure, like, internally, he's like, F those bastards. But he said the right things, and that's, that's more than commendable considering the situation. 2nd and 7 for the Niners coming out of the 2-minute warning. Brock Purdy under center. Hands it off to Debo, and Debo's going to get 3 yards. Clock ticking now. Minute 45 left here at the half. 3rd and 3. So it was about 4 yards. Purdy in shotgun. Juszczyk in the backfield with him. Kittle in motion. Play clock down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. They do not get it off. They're going to get a timeout here. Yeah, they call themselves a timeout. So the Niners take a timeout here on 3rd and 3, trying to convert, trying to get some more points before they go into half. Oh, they just showed the play where Sauce got injured. Probably looks like a shoulder. And he is on the sidelines. He has not come back into game. Still got his pads on. Still got his jersey on. Still on there. Don't know if he's going to be coming back in the game or not. I haven't seen a report on whether or not he is officially out or questionable or anything of that nature yet. Purdy back to throw. Caught by Deebo Samuel for a big gain into Jets territory down to about the 27-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the 49ers as they keep the drive and the clock moving as we are now under 1 minute to play here in the second quarter. Jets defense cannot get off the field on 3rd down. That has been the story of this second quarter, at least anyway, if not the first quarter. The first quarter, Jets defense looked really good. Second quarter, they have not been able to get off the field on 3rd down. So it's 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line, the Jets' 27-yard line. Purdy in shotgun. Back, looking to throw, over the middle, caught, and that's going to be another first down. Where's that? Down by the 13-yard line. As the Niners are just picking apart the Jets here. Juwan Jennings with the catch on that pass. So Niners in position to at least get 3, if not more here, before we hit halftime. Boy, Juwan's got some. He's got some interesting hair. I'll give him that. For your headshot, I don't know if he's changed or not, but congratulations on the hair. That's pretty cool. First and 10 from the 13-yard line of the New York Jets. Jets trying desperately to keep San Francisco out of the end zone before the half. Purdy in shotgun. Snaps. Passes to Debo. Jets get a couple opportunities, swarm around him, and he will not get. He actually loses a yard. Niners take a timeout. Oh, they had taken another timeout before that, so I had missed that one. So now they are out of timeouts. 17 seconds left. Can't run a play that gets stopped in bounds. Ah, 17 seconds left. Purdy in shotgun, empty backfield, trips right, takes the snap, looking, throws for the end zone. He's got him, and that is going to be incomplete. Incomplete to Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk has had 2 drops so far. He's been targeted 3 times, has dropped the ball twice, and on the one catch he had, he bobbled it. And yes, it was a tough pass. Yes, it was a tough catch. But he put it right where he needed it. It hit him in the hands as he's diving for it. You got to hold on to that ball. Ayuk, not really, I mean, people are going to start questioning. It's like, oh, I mean, listen. I mean, we all know he's good, but people are going to start. You get a big contract, you do all that drama stuff, and then you drop 2 of your first 3 passes. Not great. Before the snap gets off, the Jets call a timeout now. "13 seconds left here in the second quarter. Niners are facing a 3rd and 10 from the Jets' 13-yard line. As they're showing Ayuk, 4-year, $120 million contract with $76 million guaranteed. But you can't drop 2 of your first 3 passes. You can't do it. When you do that, when you do the holdout like he did, when you do the whole drama thing, when you do the whole diva thing, you then can't do that. So here we go. 3rd and 10. Purdy takes the snap, looking to throw, has open field in front of him, throws to nobody in particular, out of bounds. 8 seconds left, 4th and 10. The Niners will settle for a field goal going into the half. Looking to make it 16-7 against the New York Jetropolitans. Moody with a 31-yard attempt from the left hash. Snap, hold, kick, perfect. And that is going to be 16-7 with 4 seconds left. Will the kickoff become dynamic? I doubt it. They're going to kick it right out of the end zone. The Jets will get it on their 30, which will be the only spot they've started every single drive they've had, and they're probably going to just take a knee and get into the half. The Niners are going to get the ball first in the second half as well. So the Niners have a chance here to really break open a big lead here against the Jets, as they currently have a 9-point lead. So it's at least a 2-possession lead here on the Jets. After the Jets had a 7-3 lead against the Niners have since scored 2 field goals and a touchdown. And the Jets have not. It's that deep cutting analysis there. Garrett Wilson had a great, third drive for their touchdown drive, where he converted all those third and longs. I haven't seen much from him since. Again, the dynamic kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone. So 4 seconds, Jets on their 30. Does Aaron Rodgers try to pull off a Hail Mary here, a Hail Rodgers at the end of the half from his own 30? I don't know about that. Looks like they might try something here. Rodgers under said, no, they're not. They're going to kneel on it. I thought maybe they were going to try something. But that's it. The Jets kneel it. End of the half. The 49ers with a 9-point lead over the New York Jets, 16-7. Started off as a pretty good half for the Jets. Pretty good first quarter, started second quarter. Second quarter, though, the Niners started just running through the Jets like a hot knife through butter. Jets defense had no answer for the Niners running game. And we're going to see Kyle Shanahan has a 53-14 record when leading at halftime. We'll see if that trend continues. As I said, the Jets' rushing defense is not bad. I don't know if that really reflects on whether or not they have Hassan Reddick or not, since Reddick is more of a pass rusher, he's a rusher off the edge, not really a run stopper, as you would quantify that to be. But we'll see. When this game started out, I was like, ooh, might be bad to be Hassan Reddick right now. But I got to tell you, the Jets look. The defense early on didn't look bad, but that second quarter, that run defense is atrocious, if that's even a word. And it is, because I just said it. So it is a word. As we get all that fixed up there. Hey, Jason Kelsey, good to see you. Let's see here. We got a statement here from the Dolphins about the Tyreek Hill incident. This again is from the Miami Dolphins. We are saddened by the overly aggressive and violent conduct directed towards Tyreek Hill, Calais Campbell, and Jonnu Smith by police officers before yesterday's game. It is both maddening and heartbreaking to watch the very people we trust to protect our community use such unnecessary force and hostility towards these players. Yet it is also a reminder that not every situation like this ends in peace, as we are grateful this one did. What if I wasn't Tyreek Hill is a question that will carry with resounding impact. We are proud to have a strong and positive relationship with the Miami-Dade Police Department and other law enforcement agencies and recognize that the vast majority of officers do serve the community with the utmost character and desire to protect all citizens. However, as is on full display in the videos released tonight, there are some officers who mistake their responsibility and commitment to serve with the misguided power. While we commend the Miami-Dade Police Department for taking the right and necessary action to quickly release this footage, we also urge them to take equally swift and strong action against the officers who engaged in such despicable behavior. We will stand beside Tyreek and our players as they work to use their platform and this situation to make a positive impact in our community. We have always believed that the game of football holds a unique power to bring people together, and we remain hopeful that though the collective work of the players, organization, and our community partners, we can create lasting change. That again from the Miami Dolphins in regard to the Tyreek Hill situation. I'm just seeing pictures of a Jets lineman just choking the hell out of Nick Bosa. Apparently, was that one that was called on Jets? Was that the one that was called against the Jets? No, I don't think the Jets haven't been called for holding. So that was a call that they didn't get. Yeah, no, there was no hold on that play. Let me see. Can I put this up here? Let me see. Let me put this up here. On this particular play, no holding was called. That's fine. No holding, folks. Technically, I mean, that's a choke, not a hold. Well, no, wait, it would be a choke hold. So the refs, some complain that they throw too many flags. I would say this one, it was held in their pocket longer than it probably needed to be. That might be a little who's that? Who's that going into the Hall of Fame? The Niners Hall of Fame. Is that Terrell? Is that Terrell Owens going in the Hall of Fame? Maybe if Ayuk was in camp, he would have caught that pass. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching, by the way. Thank you. If you like what you're seeing, like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing helps. You can come into chat. Once you subscribe, come into chat. Let your mind know, how'd your team do this week? Let's not talk about the Giants. That's bad as we look at some of these other games that happen. Jaguars had the Dolphins right where they wanted them. Dolphins come all the way back, though. When it came Cardinals, again, another surprising game. I thought the I thought the Bills not as good as they have been clearly in the past, and that their window was probably closed. But I still thought they would beat the Cardinals handily. Again, wrong. I had no idea about that. Steelers defense knew they were going to win them some games. This is exactly the kind of game that the Steelers are going to win all year, that they're going to have to win all year. No touchdowns. Offense sucks, but that defense will win them games. They won with all field goals, 18-10. Caleb Williams did not have a great game. Not a great start to his career in the Bears land, but their defense and their special teams, again, for the Bears, won them that game. Where they were down, 17-3 or 17-0 or something, and they came all the way back and won, and not because of Caleb. Jaden Daniels, again, he didn't have a great game either. He did get a touchdown in the game, but Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers, man, they look good. Again, it's against Washington, so we'll see as the year goes on, but they look good, especially Baker. Seattle wearing the throwback uniforms, they need to wear those all the time, forever, always and always. People are surprised. Well, first of all, the Bengals all orange uniforms. Please, after this game, you can burn them because they sucked in them and they're not great, and we can change that. But also, they start every year this way. They start every year so damn slow. And you figure at some point they would change that, but it just never seems to happen. The Chargers beat the Raiders. Harbaugh gets his first win, and they did it all on the ground too for the Chargers. So that looks good. Again, the Saints and Panthers. I don't know how great of a gauge that is for the to see how great the Saints are. I think it's more of a case of how bad the Panthers are. They're showing highlights of the Giants game now. Don't need to see that. That's fine. We can just skip that one. Oh, grateful lead segment. That's fine. Thank God. My God, that was fucking terrible. I'm trying to curse less. I am trying to curse less. It's not working great. But, if you're a Giants fan and you watched the Giants yesterday, you're not going to be doing great. We're at halftime. Niners leading the Jets. The Tyreek Hill situation is a bad one, and everything surrounding that. And now with the body cam footage coming out, not great. Definitely not great. And apparently there is a new civil lawsuit against Deshaun Watson for sexual misconduct and assault. Not great. Not great. And that's what I was talking about earlier before kickoff. Is if you're the Browns, like at what point do you start looking at the years you have left under the Deshaun Watson contract and the guaranteed money and the cap hit that you're going to take and all of that? And when do you decide it's worth it just to Russell Wilson it? When do you decide it's just we'll eat it, we'll suffer for a couple years, but because here's the thing, it's not just a case of the contract being bad, but he's bad too. And not just in a, acting like a normal member of society bad. Like, not sexually assaulting anybody bad. He's bad as in he can't play quarterback bad. And as somebody who's a Giants fan, I know about bad quarterback play when I see it. And that's bad quarterback play. And if you're the Browns, you're listen, at this point, would you rather eat that money, get a quarterback that maybe costs less, that isn't as good, or that you think isn't as good, or most people would say isn't as good, but still might get you more wins and can give you more effort than what Deshaun Watson is doing? Because we've been saying for a long time that he needs to recapture what he had in Houston outside of the, sexual assaults and getting happy endings and all that stuff. But he needs to recapture that his playing ability that he had in Houston. And instead, he's gotten worse. And then the hilarious thing is that you see what Baker Mayfield's doing down in Tampa, and it's like, you got rid of Baker for, Deshaun Touchy McFeely sexual assault hands there. And now Baker is, and again, well, they didn't get rid of Baker to Tampa. I mean, Baker went to Carolina, then he went to the Rams. He was bouncing around. He ended up in Tampa. People weren't sure, like, if he was even going to be, the guy on that team. And he takes over. He makes that team his last year. And now, look at him now. It's like that game yesterday, granted, it was against Washington, but still impressive nonetheless. And then you have the Browns, who showed zero fight against the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, listen, granted, I think the Cowboys are a tougher competition than Washington, but I thought I would see more from the Browns. Offensively, defensively, everything. And that we did not see that. We did not see that. So at some point, I think you got to ask the question: Do you dump him? Do you Russell Wilson him? Do you Wilson him? Do you pay him to go home, eat the cap hit, and try to start over. Because here's the thing. I think the Browns had their guy in Baker Mayfield. I really do. I think they had their guy in Baker Mayfield, but their owner, Mr. Flying J himself, thought, grass is always greener. There could always be better. Someone's always better there. And went to get Deshaun even after the allegations and everything was out, even the lawsuits and everything was out there. Still went and still traded and then paid the guaranteed contract of $230 million, whole guaranteed, fully guaranteed. And boy, I got to tell you, if that's not looking like maybe one of the worst decisions in recent NFL history, I don't know. But we're getting ready to start the third quarter here in Santa Clara. Niners going to be receiving the ball on yet another dynamic kickoff that will be dynamically kicked out of the end zone. And we will have another dynamic touchback. Again, thank you everybody for joining us. Or joining me. Jimbo's not here. But thank you for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. If you like what you're seeing, if you like everything about us, like, share, and subscribe. Once you subscribe, you can go ahead and join us in the chat and talk to us and keep me company here. Send me some questions. How'd your team do? How'd your fantasy team do? How'd your pick'em league go? Did anybody lose their survivor pool by picking the Bengals yesterday after they lost to the Patriots? Who, I mean, if there ever was a more sure lock than anything, it was that the Patriots were going to lose yesterday. And whoops, any given Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, any given Sunday. It's a game of inches. So from the 30-yard line, Brock Purdy hands it off to Mason, and he's going to be driven all the way back. That's going to be no gain, if not a loss of a yard. I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage or not. Doesn't look like it to me, but we'll wait for the official spot from the officials as we look at Troy Aikman's goofy ass face. 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Brock Purdy under center, takes the snap, steps back, looking to throw. Jets defense closing in on him. He gets the ball off to Debo. Debo working his magic here, and that's going to be good enough for a first down for the Niners. That was looking like a pretty broken, bad play. Jets defense got pressure in on Purdy, but he's able to get the ball into Debo's hands. And, oh, man. Solomon Thomas had a clean sack on Brock Purdy and let him slip through his hands. He had him wrapped up and somehow let him get out. I don't know how that happened. But we got 1st and 10 now here for the Niners from their own 41, not the Jets 21, their own. Purdy back to throw. He throws out to Kittle, and that's going to be good for 6 yards. 5 yards? About 5 yards. 6. 2nd and 4. Trust your eyes. Unlike what Obi-Wan said. Oh, Juszczyk was wide open coming out of the backfield. Purdy did not see him there, though. We got 2nd and 4 here. Kittle's got 3 receptions for 38 yards. He's caught all 3 passes that he's been targeted on. Handoff to Mason, and he gets half a yard, if he's lucky, on that 2nd down. So it's going to be 3rd down, and we got a little John, a little Jabberwockies, whatever they call that, between Jennings and the Jets defense. Who was that on the Jets defense? Was that DJ Reed? Is that DJ Reed? Yeah, he was arguing with DJ Reed. Having a little fight, having a little discussion. 3rd and 3, Purdy and shotgun throws, and to Juwan Jennings, he throws it, and that is going to be a 49ers first down. Jennings comes up limping, though, Not a good sign. He's trying to walk it off. Oof, yeah, gets kind of the hip drop tackle. No call on that yet, though. I haven't seen anybody get called for a hip drop tackle. That is legitimately a hip drop tackle. That's it's a hip drop. They said they were going to be focusing on that and calling that. Apparently not. So from the Jets 47, Niners hand it off, and that is going to be stopped for a 1-yard gain. There's going to be discussions about that, about the hip drop tackle, about whether or not they should be calling it or not, because that's a hip drop. By the rules, by the definition, no flag thrown, and it ended up injuring Jennings. We got 2nd and 8 for the 49ers from the Jets 47. Snap, Purdy, back to throw, over the middle. That's going to be caught by Juszczyk. It's going to be about 3rd and 2. As he does a little teacup celebration. Or is he asking for water? I'm not sure. He moved a little early there, Mason did. No call on that. Refs, for the most part, people have been yelling at the refs. They've kept the flags in the pocket. Whether or not they should have on some of these, I don't know. But there was kind of an offsides there they didn't call. They didn't call the hip drop. They didn't call the chokehold on Bosa. Got a handoff to Mason, and he's going to cut right through that Jets front defensive line, and that's going to be a first down for the 49ers as they are just making short work of this Jets defense. The 49ers are still a good team, folks. I don't know what to tell you. That offensive line, still good. Their running game, still good. Their passing game, as long as Ayuk doesn't drop passes, still good. Brock Purdy, still good. Debo Samuel, still very, very good. And that defense with Joey Bosa on it, still good. I hate to tell everybody that. 1st and 10 from the Jets 32. And there is a flag. It looks like somebody got a little over anxious on the 49ers offense, and that is going to be a false start. So they'll move them back 5, and we'll have a 1st and 15 for the Niners. Although with the way their running game is going, I don't know how much that's going to matter. $9:23 left here in the third quarter with the clock running. Brock Purdy takes the snap back to throw. Ball up. High rainbow shot to Juszczyk, and he's going to be down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Niners as they're looking to put this game almost out of reach here very early in the third quarter. As the Jets defense has had no answer for this 49ers attack, both on the ground and in the air. Jets have no answer. Their defense is just at a loss. Their defense is at a loss. Snap, handoff, nowhere to go on that one. The Jets defense finally gets a stop here, but Mason, nowhere to go. He lost some yardage on that one. That's going to be spotted, I think, around the 5. That's where he got to. So it's going to be 2nd and goal for the 49ers now from the Jets' 5-yard line. Purdy under center. Again, a handoff to Mason, and this time he's got a big hole, and this time he's got a touchdown. And the Niners are starting to pour it on here with the New York Jets. Just a quick cut counter. Nobody there to stop him. Extra point upcoming. Snap, hold, kick, up, good. And we got a 23-7 game here as the Niners are just pulling away from Aaron Rodgers here and the New York Jets, as the Jets defense has zero answer. Just checking some messages. Be right back. Sorry about that. Gotta tell you, it's not looking great for the New York Metropolitans right now. Down 16. Offense has been, they had one good offensive drive where Garrett Wilson had 3 third and long conversions. But outside of that, it's not been great. And the 49ers are showing again that they are indeed the class of the NFC. Look and see if we got any more news going on. I know the big thing right now is the Tyreek Hill thing. If anybody wants to talk about that. If you're joining us, thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe. Once you subscribe, you're able to go ahead and join us in the chat. Let us know what's going on. In your world, how's your team do? How's your fantasy team doing? All that fun stuff. Again, if you want to help us out, we got links down below, over to our donation station, over to our merch store, to our Discord. We have all that stuff, all the fun stuff down there. Jets are going to take it out of the end zone on the dynamic kickoff, and they're only going to get to about the 23. No, he's not down. I was going to say, it looks like they tried to stop and say he was down. He was not down. I don't think he was anyway, so it depends on where the refs say he was down or not. It's either going to be at the 23 or like the 29. As you see, the Niners just celebrating on the sidelines as they are just manhandling the Jets. So from the 23, they said he was down there. Aaron Rodgers back to throw. Gets Breece Hall, and that's going to be a first down for the Jets on first down. Jets finally get something going here a little bit on this drive. First play, get about 11 yards, first down. Trying to get something going here is Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Nathaniel Hackett's going to have to pull something out here. That Jets defense, not doing great. 7:01 left here in the third quarter. Aaron Rodgers under center. Hands off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall gets 5 yards on the carry. Jets now trying to do something here. Trying to match the energy of the 49ers, and they're going to have to. They're going to have to. They're going to have to get a touchdown in this drive to get back into this game, and their defense is going to have to find a way to stop the 49ers and get them off the field. Again, in the last couple drives, they had a chance, in the first half at least anyway. The 49ers had a couple of third downs where the Jets had a chance to get them off the field and could not get them off the field. The Jets have to have a better third down defense. 2nd and 5, Aaron Rodgers under center. Breece Hall again in the backfield. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Breece. Rodgers back to throw. And that's going to be tipped and intercepted. That is intercepted by the 49ers on a tip pass. We got the tip drill happening here for the Niners. Oh boy. Flanagan fouls. Was that? Yeah. But there was a flag. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold the phone on everything. It was not going well here for the Jets, but we have a flag. Personal foul against the 49ers, but it looks like it was after the play was over. So it looks like that the interception is going to stand. Turnover remains. And, well, folks, I think you can just about go ahead and call this one. Because that was going to Garrett Wilson. That was tipped away. Yikes. Oh boy, it's gonna be a long stream here. It's gonna be a long one. The Giants got a lot of conversation today on the New York Sports Talk Radio about how they performed and what their performance was like yesterday. I have a feeling tomorrow the talk of Sports Talk Radio in the morning there on Boomer and Geo on WFAN is going to be based around this Jets defense. Again, the Jets offense has not been able to go ahead and get anything going after that scoring drive they had in the first quarter. And they still got nothing going on. And now you get picked off. And now the Niners are deep in your territory, looking to go ahead and add to their 16-point lead. Everybody's going to be adding Jordan Mason to their fantasy team on the waiver wire coming up in their fantasy leagues. That's for sure. That seems to be the sentiment right now on Twitter X. As we're going to go ahead and try to get through this game because this one looks to be a stinker. Was hoping to get a much better, more entertaining game. Hopefully, to get like we had for Thursday and Friday. And last night's game, which were fun and close and exciting and entertaining games. This one is looking... Oh, Brock Purdy takes a snap out of the backfield, tries to pass it to Kittle. That's going to be an incomplete pass. He was getting rushed real bad. Again, I don't know how much of this is on Rodgers or not. I think that was just a good defensive play. Got bounced in the air, and that was just tip drill. They work on tip drill. I mean, San Francisco's a good team. That's how they work. Okay, no, they're not in Jets territory. I'm sorry, they're at their own 40-yard line. So anyway, 2nd and 10, handoff to Mason, and he's gonna just get another first down. It's an 11-yard gain as he gets to the 50-yard line. And I don't know what else to say at this point about this Jets rush defense. They're just not there. It's just not there. They don't have a rush defense. They cannot stop the San Francisco 49ers. They are carving them up. If I'm the Niners, I save Purdy's arm. Don't throw another pass. Just let Mason run. Like I said, at this point, they might, I would just say run every play. Build up 500 yards rushing. Purdy hands it off again to Mason. That's going to be a gain of about 2.5. At this point, if it's not a 5 to 7 to 10 yard gain, I think it's a win for the Jets defense. Five minutes left here in the third quarter. 5:05, 5:04, 5:03 as the clock is running. 2nd and 8. Purdy in shotgun. Just got Mason off to his left. Juszczyk in motion. Purdy takes the snap. Looks to throw way over Juszczyk's head. That's going to be incomplete. We're going to get 3rd and 8. So 3rd and long here. The Jets have to get off the field. They have to get off the field. They have to get off the field. And again, I know they're showing Hassan Reddick right now on the Monday Night Football broadcast. But Hassan Reddick is not a run stopper. And right now, that's the problem with the Jets, is they cannot stop the run. 3rd and 8, Purdy in shotgun. Again, Mason off to his left, takes the snap, looking to throw over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. But we have, ladies and gentlemen, we have laundry. We have laundry. That was intended for Kittle. We have illegal use of hands on the New York Jets. So another 3rd down. Gets converted by San Francisco. Jets don't get off the field on 3rd down. Jermaine Johnson gets called for illegal use of hands. And just like that, and sure enough, once you get the hands under the chin there, under the face mask, they're going to call that every single time. And he's kind of trying to do a choke slam on my brother. And you can't do it. Now, I say that fully well knowing that there was a full-on chokehold on Nick Bosa that they did not call. So you say it's obvious to call that, and they didn't do it. But anyway, fresh set of downs now for the Niners. Hands off to Mason. He's going to get about 5 yards on that carry. So we're looking at like 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 4.5, something around there. And again, on a big 3rd down, 3rd and long, it looks like the Jets were able to get off the field, but penalty, undisciplined play kills them. And the Niners still have it, and now they're in their territory, and they are driving again. And this Jets defense now has to dig deep again and try to stop them. But it's 2nd and 5. Purdy under center. I guarantee this is going to be some kind of run because Mason's in the backfield. Hand off to Mason, and he gets about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, maybe a shade under 2 yards. So we're looking at probably 3rd and 3 here for the Niners. Again, another 3rd down. At least it's a 3rd and short for the Niners. The Jets have to get off the field. Purdy back, shotgun, throws, tipped, almost intercepted by the Jets defense. I don't see a flag anywhere. Adams with the knockdown of the Purdy pass. And it is 4th and 2. No flags. It appears the Jets are finally getting off the field on a 3rd down. Niners going to attempt a 53-yard field goal. Snap, hold, kick. It is up, and it is off the upright and through. So even when, oh boy. It looked like the Jets might have gotten a stop and a long field goal, and it hits the upright, but instead of bouncing out, it bounces through. And it just seems like it is the Niners' night as they lead the Jets 26-7. After the Jets scored their touchdown to make it 7-3, we have had 23 unanswered points from the San Francisco 49ers. The Jets have had no answers. Their offense is not moving the ball. Their defense cannot stop the Niners from running the ball. They were lucky they finally got a third down stop there. They had a third down stop before until they had a penalty for illegal use of hands to the face, which allowed the Niners to go ahead and get that field goal. The Jets are now 19 points behind the 49ers here in the third quarter. And I got to tell you, it's not looking good for a Jets victory here this evening. Jawan Jennings, who was tackled with that hip drop tackle that was uncalled earlier in the second quarter, he is listed as questionable to return. I think that should be out. The Jets defense cannot stop the run. That Jets rush defense is just awful. And unless they get that fixed, it might be a little... Now, granted, this is not to say anything like the 49ers are a good team. But if you're the Jets and you want to be a good team, you want to be a top team, you're going to have to be able to go against some of the top teams, best teams. Like I was telling Jimbo earlier in the year, when the schedule came out, I kept on saying, I called this a measuring stick game for the Jets. I was like, this is a measure. You're going to find out where the Jets are offensively, defensively, how things are going to work out for them. Like, this is going to be that game for the Jets to find out where they are competitively. And I got to tell you, if that's what we're using as the basis here, if we're saying this is their measuring stick game, measuring stick is not doing great. It really is not doing great. So 1st and 10 here for the Jetropolitans from the 30-yard line. Rodgers, quick throw to the outside to Garrett Wilson. And that is going to be a gain of 5.5. So it'll be 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 4, depending on where they spot it. I'd figure with the half, that usually makes it a long 4. So it's either 2nd and 5 or 2nd and long 4. And yeah, 2nd and 4 is what they're calling it here. Rodgers in shotgun, throws out to, is that Wilson again? No. Who is that? It is caught, and that is a first down for the Jets. I couldn't see the number on there. Who is that? Lazard. That's Lazard who caught that. Okay. So that's old standby there for Rodgers is Lazard. So the Jets have the ball now on San Francisco's 38-yard line. Rodgers in shotgun. Snap. Hand off to Breece Hall. He's going to get a yard. Not much doing on the ground there for the New York Jets. And we're going to get 2nd and 8. 2-13, 2-12, 2-11, 2-10 here in the third quarter as the clock continues to tick, 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 tick down. Mike Williams in the game for the Jets, number 18. Looking to get involved with this offense after all his time there in Los Angeles with the Chargers. 2nd and 8. Rodgers back to throw. Bounced off and dropped by Breece Hall. Could not hold on to the ball. So we got a drop pass there. And now it's 3rd and 8 for the New York Jets. So another 3rd and long. In this case, I would say look for Garrett Wilson. If the Jets' only scoring drive is something to be to reference there, as the Santa Clara crowd goes in nuts, trying to make it tough for the Jets. Play clock down to 6. Niners jump. Free play. Rodgers over the middle. That's caught. And that's a touchdown for the New York Jets on a free play where the Niners jumped off sides. Alan Lazard, he catches a touchdown from his old buddy Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets get a touchdown. Desperately needed. Oh, that's the wrong touchdown. No, they didn't score another touchdown. You'd be surprised with all the way the scoring's gone. You figure the Niners would score a touchdown there. But no, it is the Jets who get a touchdown again on a free play. The Niners had jumped off sides. Maybe that kind of threw them off. I don't know. But a dime from Rodgers to Lazard. And the Jets are going for 2. The Jets are going for 2 here. Not sure why, but they are. Rodgers in shotgun. Breece Hall switches from his left to his right. Rodgers hands off to Hall and does not get it. What kind of... Not sure about the decision and not sure about the play call. Both of those kind of ass. So that's kind of a he's down there. There's no Once your wrist and forearm is down, you're down. And the ball was nowhere near the goal line. So that's going to be a no good on the 2-point conversion, and the Jets are down 13. As they have 13, but the Niners have them doubled up with 26. 13-26, the Niners leading over the Jets as the third quarter is slowly coming to a close. The Jets defense is going to have to do something and stop the 49ers here. I don't understand the point of going for, the 2 points would make it an 11-point game. So if you score another touchdown, then it's 3 points. I guess, but that's chasing points at that point, and it's chasing points way too early. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that decision. Not just because it didn't work. I was questioning before they even did it, but I'm not I guess I can understand the thought process. I just don't agree with it. Because, all you need now if you're the Jets is to stop the 49ers from scoring again. It might be a tall order. And then you got to get 2 touchdowns. That's all. Just stop a team that's been carving you up all game, and you yourself, your offense, go out there and score 2 touchdowns while you go ahead and shut their offense down now. Easier said than done. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, watching Monday Night Football here, the Jets versus the 49ers. If you like what you're watching, you like what you see, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Share us around like herpes. That would be fantastic. Not herpes, but sharing us around would be great. That would be wonderful. Spread the word. Also, when you subscribe, you're able to join us in the chat and tell us your thoughts. Tell me I suck. Tell me we suck. Tell me how bad your team sucks. Tell us anything like that you want to. Another dynamic touchback here. On the Jets ensuing kickoff. And the Niners will get the ball at the 30. Niners have 19 rushes for 105 yards and a touchdown when they rush inside the tackles. That's embarrassing if you're the Jets' run defense. Just saying. Why is it at the 20? Was there a penalty that I missed? I have no idea. Oh, because it bounced. That's right. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. If the ball bounces inbounds in the landing zone and then goes out of bounds through the end zone, it goes to the 20, not the 30. Oh, I forgot about that. That's right. So that's my fault. Anyway, 2nd and 9 coming up here for the 49ers, as he only got a 1-yard gain on first down. Purdy back in shotgun. He's got Debo off to his left. Fakes the pitch to Debo. He's got all the time in the world to pass back there. And he gets it off to Jennings, who's back in the game, who had that ankle injury from the hip drop tackle. That was not called by the officials, which a lot of people on Twitter seem to be upset about. Because that was the thing. The NFL made such a big goddamn deal about getting rid of the hip drop tackle and saying, like, oh, this is a dangerous play. You got to get out of the game. That's the first real obvious hip drop tackle I've seen in week 1. And no call. And it hurt somebody. But anyway, so now 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line for the San Francisco 49ers. Purdy under center. Fakes the handoff to Debo again. He's looking to throw. Gets it off to Juszczyk, but he's hit immediately. That's going to be a gain of a yard. There is a flag down. 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. What's the call, Mr. Zebra? What's the call? What do we got this laundry for? We got a holding on the Jets. That's going to be an automatic first down. And the clock is running. And the clock is going to end the third quarter as we go into the fourth. As the Niners gonna have a fresh set of downs to go ahead and try and score again against the Jets. 'Cause the Jets' run defense sucks. Huge donkey ass. They can't stop anyone. They smell like freshly passed gas. They can't stop the run. The run defense is ass. They can't stop me running, and I haven't run in 25 years. It's bad, is what I'm saying. Jets rush defense, not that great. Not in this game anyway. And again, yes, the Niners are the class of the NFC. The Niners offensive line, fantastic. You got Trent Williams out there, let's be honest. So, again, I'm not saying like the Niners offensive line and rushing game is not going to make a lot of teams seem this way. But again, if you're the Jets and you want to be a contender and you're saying you're an AFC contender and you're a Super Bowl contender and you want to be a contender and contend, you have to be able to contend against the best. And the 49ers are one of the best. And you're not contending with them right now, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So you're going to have to fix that. Gonna have to fix it. Puka Nacua for the Rams has been placed on IR. He's going to be out for at least 4 weeks. He did try to come back in the game yesterday. So that after his knee injury, he tried to come back and then had to be carted off again. So I don't know if he hurt it anymore. Devon Achane, Or was it Achan? Yeah, he doesn't want to be called Achan. He wants to be called Achan. And Raheem Mostert did not practice today for the Dolphins as they're getting ready to play on Thursday against the Bills. And we'll be here for that one, ladies and gentlemen, on Stay Tuned Sports as we cover the NFL with our live play-by-play and reaction. Start of the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10 for the 49ers from their own 41-yard line. Snap, pitch back to Morris there for the 49ers. And that's not going to get much yardage. In fact, I think he might have lost yardage on that one. Mason. Why did they say Morris? I have so many problems with the M names. Ugh, sorry about that one. Been a long day. Second and 8 now coming. Purdy and shotgun. Takes a shot, throws to Debo. That's going to be caught. That's going to be a first down and so much more. He breaks loose. He breaks free. He is down to the Jets' 32-yard line. And the Niners just keep on Ninering here. And this Jets defense has no answer. This Jets defense has absolutely zero answer, zero response. So we got 1st and 10 for the Niners. Purdy fakes the handoff, backs, throws to Kittle. Kittle is going to get half a yard, maybe a yard. They'll give it to him if they're generous. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Niners. As they zoom in on Ricky Pearsall's ass on the sideline for some reason. Weird. Weird camera shot, guys. 2nd and 8? They're giving him 2 yards on that? I don't know on that. Brock Purdy under center. Takes a snap. Hands it off there to Mason. And that is going to go for about 2 yards as well. Maybe 2.5. Although the way the refs are marking it, maybe it's 5. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to curse less. Hey, there's his watch that he got shot for. Oh, I'd fight somebody with a gun to keep that watch. That's a nice watch. That's a nice watch. Yeah, listen, Ricky, that's your watch. You fight for your watch. I'm with you, brother. 3rd and 6 for the Niners. Shotgun for Purdy. He's back getting pressured. Throws. That's going to be caught by Ayuk, and that is going to be a reception in bounds. That's going to be a first down. I want to say about a 15-yard gain. Or at least a 10 to 12-yard gain. No, yeah, it's about 15 yards. 11:37 left here in the game in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from the New York Jets 14-yard line. Snap on the reverse. Hands off to Debo. Debo does not get any yardage. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Reed for the Jets just doing some push-ups. Yeah, we're watching Ayuk catch passes around a giant oak tree, but he's already dropped 2 today. He did get that first down catch, though, so you got to give him credit for that, I guess. But he dropped a touchdown pass. Can't do that, Ayuk. Not when you become a diva for the contract you have. This Jets defense, though, is right now a sieve. They cannot stop the 49ers. Now the weekend is on my screen. Big stat here. The Niners have 30 minutes of possession. I think it's a little over 30 minutes of possession right now. The Jets have just a shade under 15. That tells you what you need to know. The Niners running and rush defense. They've held on to the ball. They've eaten clock. They've chewed through this Jets defense. That is really the biggest. That is the biggest thing. Is this Jets defense is absolutely atrocious. And they can stop. And listen, are they as bad as the Giants defense? No. Are they as bad as the Panthers? No. Will the Jets win more games than they lose this year? I think so. But I think this was a measuring stick game to see where they were as far as the top teams, the elite teams, where they want to be, where they think they should be. And right now, they are not measuring up at all, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So here we go. Second, what do we got? Second down and 10? How are they giving him second down and 9? He got no yardage on that. Brock Purdy, hands off. And again, no real yardage gained on that one. I'd say maybe a half a yard, but the refs, where they spot it, it'll be a 2nd and 2 or something. Who knows? Michael Carter appears to be injured for the Jets on defense there. So 3rd and 9, 3rd and long. See if the Jets can get off the field and hold the Niners to a field goal here. That's their best hope. Purdy in shotgun, takes the snap, throws. It's going to be completed, and it's going to be, he's fighting for that first down, but he is not going to get there. He's about a half a yard short, is Juwan Jennings. So it's going to be 4th and a half a yard. I'd have to imagine the Niners go for the field goal here and just pad their lead to bring it back up to 16. Or no, they're going for it. They are going for it. They rush to the line. Jets defense stands there, and we got a timeout. The Jetspolitans take themselves a timeout. As the Niners tried to rush to the line, catch him off guard. LSU, South Carolina this weekend. Go Cox, go. Georgia and Kentucky. Ooh, I feel bad for you, Kentucky. Ooh, excuse me, big yawn for me as I'm watching this Trent Williams jogging off the field here on a 4th and 1. Are they still going to go for it? No, they are kicking the field goal down. And with the way Moody's been, this is either going to be good or it's going to doink in, but he ain't going to miss it as it's a 23-yard chip shot attempt. Snap, hold, kick, good. And you have 29-13 now for the 49ers. And Trent Williams walking to the locker room. That's not good. As I said, he played all 65 snaps tonight. but he is off walking to the locker room. He seems to be walking well, so I don't know if it's a problem with anything like his knee or ankles or foot. Shoulder, maybe? Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, he seems to be okay. I don't know. Concussion protocol, maybe? I don't know. I still can't get over how bad this Jets defense has been. The rush defense especially. Checking out the Twitter X. Sanders, anything going on? Any other news breaking? We've already had a lot of the Tyreek stuff happened. The body cam footage came out. Does not look great for the Miami-Dade Police Department. Again, it seems like none of these police departments have learned from the whole Scotty Scheffler incident. Where it's like, there's cameras everywhere, guys. I mean, you're fucking wearing them. You have body cams on. Not only that, everybody's got a dash cam. Everybody has their own cell phones there with them, filming the situation. There's cameras on street poles and street lamps, and people have their Ring cameras. Like, there's literally cameras everywhere. I don't understand what the hell these cops were thinking. But that's going to be a problem. As we see one lowly Jet fan sitting in the sea of red of Santa Clara. As the Jets take out a dynamic kickoff here, and they are only going to get to the 24-yard line. And that might be the first time they start not at the 30. Since 2011, the Jets have 77 wins, third fewest in the NFL. I know that the Giants, I think, have fewer than that. So from the 24-yard line, Aaron Rodgers in shotgun, 9:37 left in the game. Breece Hall over to his left, hands off to Breece Hall. And he's going to get 2 yards. He's going to have 2nd and 8 here for the Jets. Oh, they spotted him for further than that, so 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 here for the New York Jets. Clock is ticking. Time is running out. Again, San Francisco has 35 minutes of possession. The Jets have 15. San Francisco has 20 more minutes of possession. Rodgers back to throw. It is caught by Lazard, and that's going to be a first down. He gets up to the 41-yard line. Tick, though. Tick, tick, tick. Clock is ticking. Jets got to move. They got to score quick. And their defense has got to find a way to stop the 49ers and get the ball back and get it back quick. You're down 16 points. Not looking great. Niners have 65 plays to the Jets 33. Rodgers takes the snap back, throws to Hall outside of the pocket, and he brings it all the way. He gets about 9 yards on that, so it's going to be 2nd and 1 now for the New York Jets. Ball is at the 50. Eight 8:08 left here in the fourth. Rodgers in shotgun on 2nd and 1. Snap, back to throw, quick release, caught, first down by the Jets. Gets that completed to Garrett Wilson. as he starts jawing with some people on the San Francisco sidelines who are dressed in street clothes, in which case, keep your goddamn mouth shut, people. If you're on a sideline in street clothes, shut the fuck up. Simple, easy. Big Dom for the Eagles should have realized that. Jets getting ready to snap, but the whistle was blown beforehand. What for? I have no idea. Oh, are they saying that was incomplete? He catches it. 1 foot down. And the other one comes down, toe out of bounds. That's there. No, that is incomplete. He got a little too far out with his cleat. And he Isaiah Likely'd it. He Isaiah Likely'd the sidelines. So now it's 3rd and 1. It's for the Jets. That completion for the first down does not count. Rodgers in shotgun. Lazard in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off to Hall, and he is going to get nothing. 4th and 1. The Jets trying to run up the middle is not doing it. That Niners front is clogging up the middle. If you're going to do something, you might have to go to the outside. I mean, it's not like the Jets have had a completely ineffective running game, but trying to run it up the middle on like a heavy or jumbo package has not worked. Didn't work on the 2-point conversion. Didn't work there. 4th and 1. Rodgers takes the snap, throws incomplete, turnover on downs. 49ers take over. This game is over, son. I got to tell you that. This game is done. 16 points, 7:22 left in the fourth quarter. Niners been owning the Jets all game. Nothing left to say about this one. It's all over but the crying, as they say. So the Niners will take over at midfield when we come back. Like I said, about 7:22 left here in the game. And this one is all but over. But if you've been joining us, I want to thank you so much for doing so. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share us around like your favorite STD, whatever that may be. Whatever your preference. I'm not sure what it is. I've been saying herpes, but who knows? I'm not here. Listen, I'm not here to judge. Whatever you want to do. Are you like a koala? You want to spread around gonorrhea? Spread us around like gonorrhea. That's fine. We're audio-visual clap. That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take anything, as long as you spread us. Spread us. I'll take it if you spread us. Anyway, again, I want to thank you guys so much. If you're subscribed as well, you're able to join us in the chat. Let us know everything that's going on with you. How'd your team do this weekend? What are your outlooks, your thoughts on week one? How did everything go? That'll help us out as well. And again, you subscribe, hit that little notification bell. We'll be back here on Thursday for Bills-Dolphins. Hopefully that'll be a little bit more entertaining than this has been, unless you're a Niners fan. This game's kind of been a little one-sided, a little loppy-sided. And plus the Dolphins will be wearing the throwback unis, which I know like a lot of people are saying, unlike the Giants, which a lot of people didn't like. I did personally, but I'm a uniform nerd, so I like stuff that maybe some people don't. Those Dolphins uniforms are near perfection. So beautiful. So absolutely gorgeous. So they'll be wearing those. So it'll be a good uniform matchup. That'll be fun to watch. Again, this has been a great uniform matchup. I love that Jets with that classic Kelly green. The Niners in their scarlet. Looks great. It's just unfortunately the game itself has not lived up to how well the uniforms look on each of these teams. But now the Niners take over at midfield. The Jets defense, I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter if they stop them or not. At this point, you're just kind of playing for some pride. Maybe try to help and stop them. 7:22, Purdy under center. Takes the snap, hands it off, and just... oh, Jets. Oh, my dear, sweet, lovely Jets. That's going to be Mason for, a forever gain. What was that, about 25-yard gain on the ground? Again, the 49ers, the Jets cannot stop this 49ers rushing attack, rushing game. So, from the 26. Oh, it was a 24-yard gain. Handoff. Mason again. He's going to get about 3 yards on that one. As the clock is ticking down, we are now under 6:30 here in the fourth quarter. Second down coming up for the 49ers. They play, I believe it is Minnesota next week. Minnesota, again, had that big game against the Giants. Minnesota going to be facing a little tougher competition next week. So we'll see how Sam Darnold does against when he plays an actual NFL team and not a team that would probably lose to Bayonne High School, in which the New York Giants might. 2nd and 7. Purdy pitches it back again to Mason, and he's going to get down about 3rd and 1 there. It's about a yard short of the first down. As he asks for a breather from the sidelines, and a well-deserved one. 28 rushes, 146 yards, 5.2 average yards on each carry with a touchdown. Jordan Mason might be the player of the game for the 49ers here. At least he would be for me. If I had the power to give away a player of the game award like Tom Brady does apparently, Mason would definitely be getting that player of the game for this one. Kittle in motion. Off to his left. Play clock runs down to 0. There is a flag, or are they going to call this a timeout and then not a flag? Yeah, no, it was a flag and then it go. Like I said, like I was talking about all week, like whether it was the Giants game or the Sunday night game. Can we stop doing this and stop pretending like, oh, it gets to 0, throw the flag because they missed it, and then say, oh, no, wait, they called a timeout, so it's no flag. Let's just have it be that every time the clock runs down to 0, instead of it being a flag, or no, have it be a flag, but then just say timeout. It's a timeout taken away from the team. And then, if they're out of timeouts and it goes past 0 on the play clock, then you give them the 5-yard penalty. Because at this point, it's pointless. Because you're like, oh, there's a flag. Oh, they didn't get it. Oh, they made it. And it's like, oh, no, wait, they called the timeout. Bullshit. They didn't call the timeout. They missed it, but they let it go. Brock Purdy takes the snap, looking to throw. Nowhere to throw to. He just eats that ball at the 25-yard line. It's going to be 4th down, but of course the 49ers are going to kick a field goal here, I think, to make this a 19-point game again. And here comes Mr. Moody. With the snap, with the hold is down, the kick is up, and that's going to go right down the middle. And the 49ers now lead 32-13 over the New York Jetropolitans in what is now a 19-point game. It's a 3-possession game in which the Jets do not have the option to really have 3 more possessions. And they can't stop the Niners anyway, so it doesn't matter. And even if the Jets score on a first play here, score really quickly. It's like Aaron Rodgers throws a bomb, boom, score, it's done. The Niners are just going to get it back to the ball and run the ball. It's not like they're going to pass the ball. So you don't have a chance for an interception, really, or a turnover. They're just going to hand the ball off, carve the Jets' defense up again, get within field goal range, if not score a touchdown. And it's at this point, it's moot. It's all over but the crying for the New York Jets. So, once again, unlike last year, the Jets actually won their Monday night game against Buffalo after Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Dynamic kickoff out of the back of the end zone. Jets will get it on the 30. But in what is all too common in the New York area, in the New York, New Jersey area, from Florham Park to East Rutherford, both New York teams lose. Season starts off very sad for everybody in the New York area. Now, again, like I said, the Jets won their game last year, but the mood was still somber and lost because of the Aaron Rodgers injury, and you can see why, rightfully so. The Jets run the ball on first down for a gain of 2 yards. They have put in Tyrod Taylor. Aaron Rodgers is out. The Jets have given up. They have thrown the white flag. The Jets have given up. They've officially given up. Rodgers 13 of 21 at 167 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick that's not really his fault. That was tipped around, bounced around, kind of the tip drill. But the Jets have given up the game. They've put in Tyrod. He hands it off to Brees, who breaks it, gets a first down, breaks it all the way down to the 49-yard line. First down, Jets moving the ball, but a little, too late. 3:28 left here in the game. Robert Saleh, defensive coach, used to be the defensive coordinator out there in San Francisco under Kyle Shanahan. He's been the Jets coach for, his 4th year now? 4th or 5th year? And for a defensive coach who has a lot of good defensive players, this defense sucks. And there's going to be questions about whether he should be head coach anymore or not. Tyrod Taylor passes. He connects with his tight end, and that's going to be a gain of 6. I want to say about 6 or 7. Is that old Tyler Conklin there as his tight end? As I caught that number. Tyrod in shotgun takes a snap, throws, gets it. First down. He gets that to who's that? Lazard. Gets it to Lazard. First down for the Jets. Moving the ball here under Tyrod. Quickly approaching the 2-minute warning here. Tyrod Taylor back to throw and almost intercepted. He was attempting to get it to Lazard, but there was a double coverage. It's a good thing it was high, or it would have been picked several times. It's still almost picked. That stops the clock. There's 2:12 left here. 2nd and 10. Tyrod in shotgun. Takes the snap. Getting rushed. Gets it away. That is caught. Brought down to just about half a yard. Half a yard. Half a yard shy of the first down. It's going to be Braylon Allen who went ahead and got that down there. Rookie. As you can tell by his cool little patch on his jersey. But we have hit the 2-minute warning. Niners leading by 19, 32-13 over the Jets in what has been an ugly game for the Jets' rush defense. Massive questions are going to be asked. Again, I don't think it's a Hassan Reddick question either. Hassan Reddick is a pass rusher, not really known as a run stopper. And the Jets' main problem tonight has been stopping the run. The Niners have owned time of possession. They've just been chewing clock all game. And the Jets have been unable to get off the field on third downs. They've been unable to stop the run in any way, shape, or form. And that has cost them the game. It's cost them possessions. The Niners have had more than half the plays, I think, than the Jets have had. They've had more than half of the time of the possession that the Jets have had. You know, you've cost your team time with the ball. You've cost your team getting the possession. You've cost the defense is right now what people were thinking might be the Jets' strength. Tonight cost them. And they're going to have to do something to fix that rush defense, because if that's how it continues for the season, whether you have Aaron Rodgers or not, whether you have a good offense or not, which I do think the Jets have a decent offense, but it doesn't matter how good your offense is if they can't get out on the field. And that's it. You had the turnover by Breece Hall early on, the fumble. And then you had the tip pick on the Aaron Rodgers pass to Lazard. Or, I'm sorry, it was trying to get it to Garrett Wilson, and it was tipped away. And it was just a good defensive play. It wasn't a mistake by Aaron. It was just a good defensive play by the Niners. But you have those two turnovers on top of the 49ers just owning you on the ground and chewing clock. Your offense, you can have a great offense. If your offense doesn't see the field, it doesn't matter. And that is basically the story tonight, is that the Jets offense hasn't had a chance to get on the field or really get anything going because the Niners have owned it. First down for the Jets. Again, it looks like it was the rookie there, Allen. Braylon Allen, number 0. As the clock keeps ticking down, the Jets looking to maybe get a touchdown here for pride, just to make the score look a little bit better in the morning newspapers. Tyrod throws to his right. That's going to be caught by Wilson, and that's going to be a gain of 8.5 yards. Clock keeps ticking. We're now under 125 left in the game. Jets driving 2nd and 2 from the 14-yard line. Tyrod breaks away from a sack attempt. He had pressure. That's going to be caught inbounds. There's a flag down, as Garrett Wilson did catch that for the first down, but we will see what the flag is from Mr. Official. Did he step out of bounds, come back in, and didn't reestablish? Yeah, illegal touching by Garrett Wilson. He was out of bounds, did not reestablish himself, and was the first one to touch the ball. So that is illegal touching, which is something that Deshaun Watson knows all about, since he's got another case for illegal touching on his hands, as a civil lawsuit has been filed against him for some naughty actions in October of 2020. So we've talked about it a little bit earlier with the Browns, a little bit to go with that. Tyrod Taylor takes a snap, throws. That one's going to be caught. And a first down again from Allen Lazard. As the Jets go ahead and try to punch it here in the end zone, playing for a little bit of pride as Aaron Rodgers stands on the sideline. They have taken him out. Worried about, I get the injury word, and especially if there's nothing to play for, and that's it. The game was by far out of hand. So I think it's, I'm sure Aaron didn't want to come out. But Saleh made that call, and probably the correct one. Your man is 40 years old. Going to be 41, I think, soon. 58 seconds left. Tyrod in shotgun. 1st and goal. He's going to step up. Designed run. He breaks it out. He's got it over to the right side, and he's going to bring it down to the 2-yard line. As the clock keeps ticking, as the Jets are looking to punch this in and to make the score look slightly more respectable than it has been all game. Breece Hall, 16 rushes, 54 yards, 5 receptions for 39 yards, and a touchdown. Not as great as Mason has been for the Niners, that's for sure. Tyrod, shotgun, throws. That is caught by Lazard, and that's going to be a New York Jets touchdown. Nope, not a Niners touchdown. See, again, you figure with them as much as the Niners score. The graphics want to say the Niners score, but they didn't. But it is the Jets who score, believe it or not. And do they go for 2 for no goddamn reason, or are they just going to kick it? Kick it! Aaron Rodgers showing his applause. They are going to go for 2. Tyrod back in shotgun. He's got Braylon Allen off to his right. Steps back. Looks. Throws to the back of the end zone. That is going to be incomplete. No flags. So the Jets go for 2 2-point conversions on the night, and they miss both. So it is currently 32-19 for the 49ers as we stick with a 13 now point lead. And what will likely be a 13-point win, as there is only 25 seconds left in the game. The Jets will send one more dynamic touchback out there to the Niners. And then the Niners will most likely kneel on the ball to end the game. As we get ready, Greg Zuerlein with the kick. And that is dynamically touched back once again. As the Niners will go ahead and close this one out. As they're showing the 49ers' accomplishments over Kyle Shanahan's tenure there. Yet to have won a Super Bowl, but I think still clearly the class of the NFC. As the Niners take a knee. And that is going to end the game. And that is your finals, ladies and gentlemen. Your finals? Well, it's just your final. 49ers 32, the New York Jets 19. As we close out week 1 with kind of a stinker. Kind of a stinker as the 49ers just own the clock, own the Jets. Kind of had old school football there where they just ran the ball right down the Jets' throats. Could not stop them. Ate up the clock. Kept the ball basically all the game. Kept the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. The Jets' offense did not have a lot of opportunities to go ahead and score. And then again, you add on 2 turnovers on top of that. It's not great. It's not great. That's not great for the New York Jets. But for the 49ers, I got to tell you, Jordan Mason, for me, player of the game, clearly, without a doubt. He was the main rushing attack there for the Niners. Helped own the ball. He's even getting interviewed by ESPN here at the end of the game. It's clear they see it as well. It was kind of anybody with 2 eyes could see that Jordan Mason was the player of this game. Helped the 49ers own the clock, own the ball, own possession, and own the New York Jets, who start off the season now 0-1. They are the only team in the AFC East without a win. Who would have thought that? As the New England Patriots get a win in Cincinnati, the Bills come back from being down very early against the Cardinals and win, and the Dolphins get a walk-off field goal to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars after the whole Tyreek Hill detention situation before that game, which that video came out and, again, does not look great, does not look good for Miami-Dade or the police or anything like that. So that's another big news story. Again, there's another case against Deshaun Watson for sexual misconduct and sexual assault and illegal touching on Deshaun Watson back in October of 2020 when he was still with the Texans. So that's another question of whether the Browns go ahead and just get rid of him and go the Russell Wilson route as far as trying to just eat the cap space and you move on from that. So that's something to keep an eye on, especially after here's the thing, is it's difficult to keep somebody who has kind of the past and the history that he does anyway, even though, again, there's been no conviction in the criminal court or anything like that. So it's hard to keep somebody who already has that kind of reputation. But then on top of it, for him to absolutely be sucking ass while having that, like there's literally no upside for the Browns here. And having him around and keeping him around to do anything like that. So I think that's something that you have to look forward to here is what do the Browns do when it comes to Deshaun Watson? And it's a mess of their own making. Here's the thing. These allegations and these lawsuits that were brought on him before were there when they traded for him and gave him that guaranteed contract. So this is not a surprise. So I don't feel bad for the Browns, but they're gonna have to make a decision on this and do so soon. Like you're seeing a lot of people already say, just start Jameis. I can't get any worse with Jameis in there. And this is with Jameis is somebody that everybody likes, if not loves, in this league. So, Giants suck. Might be the worst team in the NFL. They're right now in a fight with the Panthers for that designation, which, by the way, congratulations, Munich, for getting that game in Week 10, Giants versus Panthers. I'm sure everybody in Germany is just super excited for that game. But that's going to do it for this, our first week of live play-by-play and reactions here on Stay Tuned Sports. NFL on Stay Tuned Sports is done. It's over. I want to thank everybody who joined us, everybody who watched, everybody who subscribed, everybody who came into the chat. We've had a few people come in the chat over the last 5 days since Thursday. So I just want to thank everybody who has done so. Everybody who has subscribed. You've helped so much, and we love you so much. Everybody who's come and watched. Everybody, just everything. If you want to help out more, please like, share, subscribe, share us around like herpes or the sexual transmitted disease of your choice. Also, we have our donation station links. They are down in the comments or down in the description. The little doodly-doo down there. Merch store link is down there as well in case you want to get some cool merch. And more stuff is being added all the time. Got some Seattle Seahawks merch that's going to get put in there soon as well. And again, just thank you so much for your good friend Jimbo, who is not here, who's still under the weather, and he's not going to join us for Monday. He will be here next Monday because it is the Eagles game next Monday. So he will be here for that as the Eagles play the Falcons. But for your good friend Jimbo, I'm your boy King. Thank you so much for joining us, and please